Welcome to our countdown to kickoff on Week 9, and we return for senior night here at Memorial Stadium, and welcome on a rainy night. So most of that has subsided. Field is rather treacherous, muddy, water standing in some areas, and we greet you on this final night of the regular season live here tonight from Memorial Stadium. Welcome to our pregame show. It's brought to you by Nerds on Call in Farmington. You can call 245-4357. For on-site computer service for your home or business, 245-4357. Evening began with the tonight on senior night, Canton freshmen losing. They lost to Dunlap tonight by a score of 20-6. And tonight they headed into the final night of the regular season, the 35th season, about to come to a close in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, and a foregone conclusion. Of course, Washington has a chance to run the table tonight and finish out the regular season. They're trying for another title, of course, with the undefeated. They've already done 6 of those during the regular season. Tonight's games include Washington at Morton. Metamora will be at East Peoria, trying to lock up second place in there. And another team, Dunlap, here at home tonight, will try to get into that virtue, maybe a possibility of a two-way tie, a multiple tie at least. Limestone is on that mix as well. They are at Pekin tonight. So those are the course of the games tonight in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Our usual cast of characters, we have Vic Kusner on the long side, and she'll finish out the year, of course, gathering a lot of the scores, not only in the Mid-Atlantic, from around the area, Prairie Land. Big matchup tonight, Notre Dame, Peoria High in the Big 12 will be decided. A couple of other teams trying to go undefeated, Stark County, and trying to punch the ticket, Farmington. They need a win tonight at Rushville. They have the call over on CD Country, 107.9 FM for that one. Our usual kind of scenario, Megan is back in the studios. She's about to finish her second year with us. Bob Wagner, Leon Groover, and we're going to conclude our 15th year of broadcasting Little Giant football tonight. And Bob, this has been one of those topsy-turvy type of a course of a season. You had some pretty good smooth parts, and then we hit week 3, and from that time it was a 5-game losing streak, and it's been tough to get the ship righted and back on course. Last week we played a lot better football, played 4 quarters. It was nice to get back in the win column in the conference.
Yeah, it's definitely been an up-and-down schedule for sure. I think expectations were high based on the accomplishments from last year's team. You know, we started out of the gate, smoking hot with 2 wins against, quality opponents. Their records might not show so, but still, an opponent like that is a quality opponent. And then, we had that early buzzsaw as far as the conference goes, with Washington and Pekin and Metamora. And, you can't knock out Limestone and East Peoria either. Every opponent that we play in our conference is a quality opponent. And you have to be on your A game to have a chance to win. We've had a lot of probably B-minus, C-plus games, and those are hard to overcome.
When you don't have that stability at quarterback, you have issues in regards to that, and we've had our share of those. Started a different quarterback at the beginning of the year with Cameron Lucas, and decided to make the change, of course, with Bradley Hensler. And he's went through one of those things. He had a really good game, then had a difficulty with the snap type of thing, and then bounced back last week, had a big 3-touchdown. I think it's more what we see out of Bradley, what he brings to the table. It is tough to kind of navigate through that kind of situation. We've had to replace a couple of different people. Our center, a couple of different people on the line. We're very young, offensive line. So a lot of those things were growing pains in regards to fighting and trying to get some stability within our lineup. And to me, that's been the biggest thing for this football team.
And it's hard when you run 2 totally different offenses based on the quarterbacks that you have in there. When the season started with Cameron Lucas, it was an option offense. And, Cameron did a great job at the option. I think he's more of an asset for us playing tight end and receiver. And, I think it's shown in the last few games. And with Bradley Hensler, I think, I agree with you. I think last week was a stepping stone in the right direction for him. And Bradley's a pocket passer. Mm-hmm. He needs to get back, settle in the pocket, and go through his reads and find the open receiver. If you give Bradley the time, he can be an effective player.
You take a look on the flip side with Dunlap, and I think they've had really maybe the biggest surprise of most teams in this conference, and I think they missed both the Mitchells last year, Harlan and Hunter, the quarterback, the running back. They missed most of last year as sophomores, so they're back as a 1-2 punch. And, of course, you have Charlie Mangieri. He's a 6'4 sophomore, and they'll play him everywhere on the field. I mean, they have that capability tight end. They'll have him receiver. He'll be one of the big linebackers for this team as well. And again, they went through a course, and they got a big win against Pekin, 10-7. Got a win against East Peoria. Whipped Morton in a high-scoring game. Lost to Washington. That was one of the marks they had. They were vying for second place during a stretch of the conference. And then their big marquee game, they win in overtime, 31-30. That was over Metamora. And, of course, last week, we talked about a little bit of stumble there, last-second touchdown there. The Rockets went on a 96-yard drive, scoring with 23 seconds, and then Limestone 19-15 over Dunlap. And when you take a look at Coach Brett Caslett and his offense, he's going to spread you out and utilize his quickness, his ability to vertically go down the field. I mean, they still have a single back set. They'll still run. And in fact, they're pretty balanced. 1,000 yards both ways, passing and rushing in this season. So he got to that particular point. I think they're having a tremendous year here.
Yeah, and, it's a typical Dunlap team, under Coach Caslett. And what I mean by that is tempo. They're all about quickening the pace, not letting your defense get settled, trying to eliminate substitutions, keep you off balance, and try and draw out some fatigue. And then they can just pound the rock in the fourth quarter. But they are probably one of the more balanced teams in our conference this year.
Bob Wagner's alongside Leon with you. Vic will have a lot of the updates and scores around the Mid-Illini Conference and around the Prairie Land as well. Megan is our engineer. Good set of our team and our advertisers. Want a big thank you for that as well. As we get probably late in the evening when we get done, but if we happen to forget, we'll remind you later. But again, thanks for all the support for those and our listeners. Again, from the internet, computers, we get text and different messages through free streaming apps we get from all over the world, in fact, not only around the country, but around the world. And, of course, when you take a look at that, it's very important for us to be able to give you a bird's eye view and our take of this Little Giant football season. And it has been definitely one of disappointment tonight. Of course, being senior night, that's a little bit different. The emotions will be quite different in regards to a lot of these seniors playing football, possibly for the last time. Football, the marching band, pom-pom, cheerleading, golf, cross-country, all those, along with their parents, were introduced and honored right before our game here. We're down to our kickoff, of course, about 18 minutes away. Bob and I will take a quick timeout coming up in our pregame show. It's brought to you by Nerds on Call in Farmington, 245-4357 for on-site computer service, home or business, 245-4357. Final sit-down with the head coach, Ryan Pearson, and he'll also talk a bit about the disappointment, again, not getting back to the football playoffs. His first time in his coaching time in 15 seasons, his team will miss the football playoffs. So it's another one, a tough one to swallow as we head into this Week 9 against the Dunlap Eagles. Quick timeout, our countdown, about 17 minutes plus. More coming up, Little Giant football in the Gridiron pregame back here on WBYS.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooniver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
So we'll get you ready to give you the defensive starters tonight. Our temperature nearing game time, 63 degrees and a south-southeast wind at around 11 miles per hour. Our pregame show is being brought to you by Nerds on Call in Farmington. Call 245-4357 for on-site computer service for home or business. We're streamed online, 1560wbys.com. Check us out on iPhone, smartphone, other devices. Again, our free streams app. Here's the defensive starters tonight for the Little Giants, and those are brought to you by B Design Salon on the square at 70 North Main in Canton. 649-6004 for an appointment today. Defensive tonight, we'll go a little bit different alignment tonight. Watch for the three-man front defensively, 3-3. Three linebackers, three defensive fronts. For the Little Giants, something a little bit different. See what that game and scheming is tonight for the Little Giants. And, of course, with the defensive coordinator, that being, again, here at the listening area, Cody Myers. Also, Brett Miller, Justin Miller, Mike Vollmer, the secondary, Kent McDowell, and Coach Ryan Pearson. Lineup looks like this. The corners tonight will be Cameron Lucas, also a defensive back, Clint Wells. Free safety tonight, Brandon Collier on senior night. Strong safety be Stevie Bittner. Linebacker, another senior, Jeremy Suddeth. Linebacker for Little Giants, Gage Miller, a sophomore. Defensive end, the birthday boy, Lucas Ketchum. Again, he's a junior. He's a defensive end. He has a birthday, and as we mentioned, Cameron Lucas is also a birthday guy tonight. Both kids turning 17 today. Also, as we take a look at the defensive tackles tonight, Trey Harrison. Defensive end, I think David Markley has gone under the radar. I think he's had a terrific year for Little Giants. David Markley plays very physical, and we may see either Kelly Smith or Ethan Magnuson on that defensive line tonight. We may see a little bit more of Ethan Magnuson, the sophomore. Those are your defensive starters for the night for the Little Giants, brought to you by B Design Salon on the square at 70 North Main in Canton, 649-6004 for an appointment. First year in the Mid-Illini was 2000 for Dunlap, 2015. This is the 16th meeting between the two schools. Dunlap has 11 wins, Canton just 4 wins. Last year we won 35-21. You have to go all the way back to 2005. We had a run of 3 years there, 2003, 2004, 2005. Last win in Canton against Dunlap was back in 2004 against the Dunlap Eagles. And, of course, this being the 16th meeting between these two schools. Our keys to the game tonight is brought to you by Chuck Taylor, State Farm Insurance in Canton. For mutual funds, life and health insurance, call Chuck, 647-8544. BW, other than being able to read the numbers for Dunlap, would be another key to the game. Because it's going to be a challenge with the white jerseys and the white numbers over there, right?
It sure is. I think, when you look at the game, you have to limit the opponent's possessions. I think, Dunlap is one of those teams that can score on a big play at any opportunity. And if you can take away their chances of having the football, you greatly increase your chances of winning the game. And, I think the second thing is going to be the field conditions. I think in a game like this, if you can run the ball effectively, it's easy for you to know where you're going to go with the football. It's harder for the opponent to react as to where you're going to go with the field the way it is tonight.
That is our keys to the game tonight right before kickoff, brought to you by Chuck Taylor, State Farm Insurance in Canton. For mutual funds, life and health insurance, call Chuck, 647-8544. Curtain comes down on week 9. We'll be kicking off at Memorial Stadium in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Back here getting ready for a kickoff. Game time temperature 63 degrees as the winds whipping out of the south-southeast, 11 miles per hour. Kickoff for the Canton Little Giants. And again, that will be the junior Spencer Theobald. And Bob's got the binoculars on the scene. We'll try to get to the bird's eye view a little closer. It is tough with their jerseys being white and then white numerals, Bob. I don't know if we've ever encountered a kind of a situation where I have to kind of battle that. Even though the elements out here, the wind and the rain has stopped. And again, it's quite muddy. And hope for good footing here. A little short kick right in the middle of the field. Could have been offside on the kick here. We'll see. Usually that's the indication, but we will find out here from the 40-yard line.
Back to receive, Leon, is Dane Rutherford.
Okay.
And Gavin Burley.
Okay. And what number is Burley? Taking a look 24. At 24.
Yep. And Rutherford's
so 24 and 3 are back for Dunlap from the 20-yard line.
First time in 15 years I've been using binoculars to do a game.
I don't know. It's one of those things.
I mean, it is impossible.
Yep. So again, move it back to the 35 and re-kick to start the game here. 12 minutes. And again for the Little Giants, end of the season. And no, last year's excitement this time. We've been on a nice win streak. Well, we won one game last week. Tried to break into the column again here against a very good Dunlap team. Return, and again, it comes to the 35. That is Burley on his return up to shy of about the 40-yard line.
We'll see how slippery that football gets as the game goes on, too, Leon.
Quarterback will be a junior, Harlan Mitchell, and also the front offensive line. They average about 224, and to go with the left tackle, Taylor Briggs. Stephen Holmes, the left guard. The center will be Jake Schindler. Also the right guard is Isaac Berkey, and also the right tackle is Eric Jones. A receiver to this near side for Dunlap. And they'll go 3 by 1. Back to pass. A quick pass, and they screen off the left side, and a catch out there about the 43-yard line.
That's number 7 that caught the ball.
All right, that's Matt Sutton, receiver to the far side of the field. He's had 13 catches on the year, averaging about 14.5 per catch. And to this near side, I believe it's Shuck to this near side, a receiver for Dunlap. Inside, and it's a handoff, cradling it and running, turning and spinning with the run. We'll see here the end of the Canton territory, about the 45-yard line. And I believe that is
number 11.
That is Hunter Mitchell. That's the twin brother of Harlan. They were both injured last year, one with a fracture in the back, the other, the QB Harlan Mitchell, a fractured collarbone. Most of last year they missed. So 1st and 10, Dunlap in Canton territory at the 45. They'll usually go with, now they go a little different formation. They have a couple of those, as we mentioned, the sniffer. And again, it gets away from one tackle, and he runs up to about the 40.
That's Mitchell again.
Again, that's Hunter Mitchell. He's one of their primary ball carriers, 56 carries on the season. And I think we're not going to have any luck, Bob, in seeing a lot of those, because once it gets muddy, I don't think it's going to have a very good outline. It's with the white and the mud. But Bob's got the binoculars, and he's trying to get zeroed in to see who we have on the carrying the football. 2nd and 5 from the 40. Now they're reset. That's Hunter Mitchell. He comes, and it's a...
That's him again.
Yep, again, Hunter Mitchell. It's a pretty much steady what you'll see with them. They don't get really too overly concentrating on, I think trying to throw the football early. They want to maintain a little bit of blocking and surrendering the football. It's quite muddy to this near side about the 35-yard line.
That was like a delayed counter move they tried on that play.
So 3rd and 3 from the 37.
Definitely a full backfield.
Yep. And it's inside. This is Rusk this time. Zach Rusk, number 4, gets the carry. Once you get it kind of situated, if they turn sideways, you can get a little bit of an idea of the running back. Now you can see Harlan Mitchell go to the far sideline. Wants to get the play from head coach over there, Brett Caslett. We go back even when right before he left Fieldcrest, when Farmington played Fieldcrest a few years ago. We had some contact with Brett there as the head coach. Yeah, he was one of the first few people, really was a guy who really believed in that. 1st and 10 for the 33. Again, that's, I believe, Rusk again with the carry, and he gets a couple of yards. Zach Rusk, and again, 78 carries, couple of touchdowns.
He might have got one.
Rusk, 1 yard.
So it's again at 9:53.
7th play of the drive, Leon.
So 2nd down. Little Giants on this senior night, trying to knock off Dunlap.
Where is the season gone?
Who is headed to the playoffs at 5-3. 2nd and 10 from the 33 in Canton territory. Out of the gun. Inside, that's a keeper by the quarterback, and he turns, spins. He gets maybe a yard. That's Harlan Mitchell on the keeper. That's an option read. You have an opportunity either to hand it off, and he took it and run off the left side.
Nathan Miller with the initial stop.
Little Giants, so again, you talk about a lot of this core defensively. Jeremy Stedith has played well. You have a lot of different people here. Cameron Lucas back to pass here, lost his footing a little bit and overthrew his man off the far side.
That's a good thing, Leon. He was wide open.
So overthrew him. So it goes incomplete, so it'll be 4th down for the Eagles.
Yeah, he was throwing out to Charlie Mangieri.
They were hoping to vie for the title. They were in the hunt, the biggest part of the conference season. And then, of course, got the big win by knocking off Metamora in overtime. And then last week lost in the last 23 seconds, a big drive by Limestone. That really hurt them in that second-place position there.
And I heard penalties didn't do him any favors either.
So a 4th down, quarterback looking out of the pocket. He throws, and it's picked off the far side by the Little Giants.
Brandon Collier.
And then Collier, he's done it all year for this Little Giants squad. Interception. Didn't get a quick footing out there. You see that, Bobby, when he was getting ready to throw the football. And again, an interception. And again, Collier, the senior, picked it off. And Bob and I both had the same agreement on this. If there's anybody on this squad that deserves, and I think, consideration could be for Stevie Bittner, but again, I don't know if anybody other than Brandon Collier, who has played as strong as football as he's had all year.
I absolutely agree. Like Coach said, he's a gamer.
He's both sides of football. He's given us, I think the biggest thing is his offense. He's been able to do that. Again, off throwing the ball. Got a man open. Collier with the catch. With the catch at the 40 of Dunlap. Nice pass, Bradley Hensler. Who do you got to go to? Not Ghostbusters. You got to go to Collier with the pass into Dunlap territory. Nicely done there by the Little Giants.
23-yard gain, Leon, and a first down.
That's the way to open it up. Of course, with this offense, it's been pretty much buck sweep. Run a lot of different traps and counter. We come out, first pass, and through the air.
Well, you could see it totally caught the Eagle defense off guard.
As we get into our broadcast here at 8:32, 1st and 10 now, Little Giants in the Eagles territory. Inside, it gets away. Stevie Bittner drilled to the turf.
He probably lost a yard.
Up front for the Little Giants, as we mentioned, has been Lucas Ketchum, the birthday guy. He turned 17 today. Also, we'll get a check here. Didn't know exactly where we're going to go with the left guard. We'll see if we get a chance out here. Nathan Miller is the right tackle. Right guard is Gage Miller. Garrett Petty is the sophomore center. And here's Bradley Hensler, the QB. Had a great game last week. Of course, had the 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 153 yards in passing. Thought he had really good rhythm and good connection with that. Also on site tonight, M. Bixler Video Production here at Memorial Stadium on senior night. That's Collier in motion. He faked it. Handoff up the middle. It goes to the 40. Stevie Bittner with the run. Gain of about 3 yards. They run the pile to that right side. We'll try to get a few of these stops for Dunlap. Mention a few of those. I mean, it's tough to see the uniforms at this point. Little Giants now at the 7:18 mark. Hensler at the 3rd down call for the Little Giants. Have to get it to about the 31 for a first down. Little Giants again will go with the man under center. It's a quarterback. They try to get the counter, they fake, and they read it, and they really did a good job closing it down. We were going to go with a counter, kind of a fake, and then the handoff. They cut it back, and they read it, and they were in the backfield.
And that is a tough thing to do with the field conditions the way they are.
They had really good footing to get back in the our backfield there, and it'll be now, again, a big loss there by the Little Giants. Trying to get a man off the field here. That's Garrett Petty. So long snapper this week is Stansel. Replacement. Of course, the holder Preston Taylor's out with a broken collarbone. That's Cameron Lucas with a punt. And it rolls inside the 10, where it will be down at about the 6-yard line, maybe about the 7 is where the placement of that. So the Little Giants end up, after the interception, stalled on the drive there. Couldn't get really inside about the 40-yard line. And it'll be the 3 and out, a punt for the Little Giants. So a second opportunity offensively for Dunlap in this action so far. A couple of updates for you. As we mentioned, after one quarter, Knoxville leads A-Town 14-0. Elmwood Brimfield's 23-6 over South Fulton. Game after first quarter, North Fulton leads Havana 20-0. Rushville Industries 17-8 lead over Farmington after one quarter. And the big matchup, Notre Dame 14, Peoria High 12. That's late in the first quarter. So those are a couple of updates. And Richwood's tied there with Manual 8-8 after 1. And Dunlap with the offensive possession here. And it comes from their 7-yard line. Backed up there. They have one of those,
That's Mitchell.
Yep. They usually use number 3, Rutherford, or they use Hunter Mitchell, 11, or Russ, number 4. Those are kind of the ones to kind of choose from. That's usually who they have it in, Harlan Mitchell. Both the twins, Harlan and Hunter, both went out in 3rd week of last year. 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Out of the gun, inside handoff. He got some opening, got some running room, and he gets the first down. Crosses the 20 and spins and goes down. I think that was number 11.
That's who it was.
Yep, Hunter Mitchell. He's the junior. He's also one of their top receivers. 10 receptions, a couple of touchdowns, 167 yards. They really mix and match with a lot of their backfield. Out of the gun again. That's that Reed. He goes up the middle, and he's drilled at the 30-yard line.
Brandon Collier,
Yep.
the first.
Collier, and then looked like Cameron Lucas got a hand in there, made the stop defensively for the Little Giants. Also a stop there by Nathaniel Jarnigan, who's playing a little bit of a nose. 5-minute mark here, scoreless game. Canton had an interception against the QB for Dunlap, and then Little Giants had to go 3 and out and punt. 2nd and 4 from the 30. Pitch to the backfield here. Trying to turn it, and they get across the 40. It's tripped up there. I tell you what, if he doesn't make this tackle this near side here, he's gone. I mean, he had about the 40, and then he had some space to get to the 50 there. And a key stop there by the Little Giants. And that was a stop there by Jace Chamberlain. Saved one of those, runs to the hash mark to the near side, Bobby. So a big run there by Dunlap at the 440 mark.
That was Zach Rusk.
Again, 1st and 10. And in the first carry of this down.
It's Rusk again.
Yep, and Rusk again. So they go a steady diet of those couple of, again, Mitchell, number 11, and Rusk for offensively for them. As we mentioned, they're pretty balanced, about 1,200 plus yards offensively rushing. 4 fumbles on the year. That was a couple of games that it cost them there. 16 rushing touchdowns. So 2nd and 5 now from the 47. Little Giants try to dig in here defensively.
That's Rusk again.
That's the Rusk, and he drives. He gets the first down. He dives into Canton territory. And a stop there defensively by the Little Giants. That's Jeremy Suddeth, number 40. Made the stop. Under the 4-minute mark here. Into Little Giant territory for the 2nd time in this game. Offensively, they'll line up, we call them wings or sniffers, directly behind the, again, each of the guards are lined up. Turn, spin, a good job there. Penetration, good job there.
That's Jace
Chamberlain did a good job there. He was the missile man, and he went right through the gap there, made the key stop. That's what you got to be able to do if you're using a little bit of that 3-man front. You're going to get a lot of opportunities to get people in the backfield here, but you cannot over-pursue because they do have some quickness. 2nd and 10, pass to this side here, and a catch at about the 41. That's a catch to this near side. On the completion, it goes to Elijah Cleary.
Yes, that's who it is.
On to the near side here. Cleary, again, has a couple of touchdown receptions, so we're 200 yards receiving. 3rd and 4 now, 3:13 from the 42 of the Little Giants. Pitch to the backfield and a play blown dead. Penalty marker.
Might be a false
start. I thought the indication of this official to this near side made that.
That or a motion play, one of the two. It's got to be against Dunlap.
So that stops the play here at the 3:08 mark in the opening quarter. It's a false start against the Dunlap Eagles. Coaches Roundtable, our final one for the 2015 season, tomorrow morning live from Hy-Vee, and then we'll have a few weeks off, getting ready for girls basketball on the 16th of November. We'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, well.
So 3rd and 7 from the 46 now. The receiver to this near side is Cleary. They go the 2-by-1, 2 of the opposite side. 3rd and 7, out of the gun again. Back to pass. Floats it, and he overthrew his man. It's incomplete. Trying for, of course, that's out to be who else but Mangieri out there.
You are correct.
That's the guy they try to put in space in a lot of different areas. About the only thing you won't see him do is possibly run the football. I don't. I've seen any stats on anything that he's done rushing the football.
I'm surprised he ain't like a goal line guy, to be honest.
Yeah, because he's a guy. Look at him. He's 6'4", 225, and a sophomore. He's got a couple of brothers who've already been through.
Linebacker build.
Yeah. One of them's a linebacker, and his other brother was a long snapper for Nebraska a few years ago. So 4th down. And back to pod for Dunlap, 2:49. One man for the return. Spiral of a punt, and it goes out of bounds here. To the near side, Little Giants. On this senior night, good to have you along. I'm Leon Groover, Bob Wagner, Vic Kusner, getting some scores updated for you. We'll do that throughout the evening. Coming up, we'll have a little bit of our halftime for you. Might even get a chance to talk with Ryan Kozaliski, last year's senior. Now a graduate, is helping out with the Little Giant football team. He said, if Coach lets me come up, I'll stop up for a couple of minutes. So he's a great guy. Really terrific player from a year ago for the Little Giant team. Now Little Giants decked out in their purple, trimmed in the Vegas gold helmets this year. Bradley Hensler, he's had a handful of starts as a varsity QB. Rushed into service, wasn't he? I mean,
he was.
And I think in terms of that, and I think, you take one game away, and I think he's really played terrific for this Little Giant team. Gets to the outside, cradles the ball, and goes out of bounds. Still driven out of bounds.
That's Collier.
And again, that's Collier to the near side. And run out of bounds by Gavin Burley. He's a senior. 2:37. Again, it's Collier. We'll take that when you can get out of your wing or out of that set there, the offensively, 5-6 yards. That really sets us up an opportunity to take a shot down the field on occasion, maybe to Cameron Lucas or to Cade Stansel, one of those two. 2nd and 5 now from the 30. 2 tight ends, 2 wings outside, and 1 single back. Put a man in motion, that's Collier. Inside they counter it, and up the middle a run by the Little Giants.
Swope.
And Swope with the carry. He's been kind of the unsung hero for this team. We needed a fullback when Nezzy went down, and he's really stepped it up. He's had a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a beat when he's had the opportunity.
And the key thing about him, he does a really good job blocking. That's one of the things in missing with Nezzy. And might even get a bonus with Swopey. I think he's done a really terrific job.
He does a good job hanging on the football, too. You're in the trenches like that. You got a lot of hands, trying to pull that thing away.
So Little Giants, and again, now will be 3rd and 3 from our 33-yard line. Second possession of the opening quarter. And a run to the right side, got an opening, and just tackled there the ankle at about the 43-yard line. Stevie Bittner. I tell you what, he gets by that tackle. He's got some open running room down the middle of the field here. Big week last week, 230-plus yards, 3 touchdowns. He's over 1,000 on the season.
And when it comes to Stevie and trying to tackle him as an opponent, you have to wrap him up because he is so strong. He can just brush you off to the side and get yards after the contact.
That's a big one, moving the chain to the far side of the field now. At the minute 32 mark, it's from the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 offensively by the Little Giants. The 2 wings, the tight ends, and they fake it, they roll it out. He slipped, Hensler floats it up there, and it's going to be picked off by Dunlap at the 40. Again, he knew he was going to be a bad thing. He just got to throw that one away. And picked off out there, I think, by Rusk.
Yeah, quarterback 101, never do that.
And this kind of a sloppy field here. Lost his footing, and you just got to throw it out of bounds or just do something with it, and just you can't just lollipop it out there. So an interception, and for Bradley, it's only his 2nd interception as the QB this season.
3 things can happen when you throw the football, and 2 of them are bad.
So interception, and the Eagles pick it off. And again, they're at midfield now.
Both teams with a turnover in the first quarter.
So both of them had been bad passes. 1st and 10 for the 50, a cutback, trying to get through the tackles. Got about a yard on that gain.
Quarterback keeper.
Yep, keeper there by Mitchell. That's Harlan Mitchell, the QB. Coming up on the 62nd mark of the opening quarter. This, when you're growing up as a kid, this is the kind of stuff, sloppy, mud, water, man, this is the kind of stuff you live for, man.
Yep,
Uniforms are going to be non-existent color-wise here before it's
You're not going to get grounded, and your mom's not down there yelling at you.
Maybe grounded. But 2nd and 9 now. It's Harlan Mitchell back to the huddle. Got the receiver to the near side as Cleary. 30 seconds, 2nd and 9 from the 49. Inside the handoff, that's Rusk. He's at the 30. Got one man, the cut, blocked there to the sideline and missed tackle and 49-yard run. And then Rusk raced into the end zone.
Well, the missed tackling was the reason he got that one.
We've had that case the last couple of weeks. So a rushing touchdown by Zach Rusk. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
That's points off of our turnover, too.
And at the 17-second mark, Dunlap gets on the board. Trying for PAT. And Hunter Reed will come on if they attempt it here. He's perfect on the year. It's 20 for 20. And he's had connections of several field goals. 27 yards, 41, 40. He's had a variety of those. And it will be out of the hold Wes Yokish. Trying for the PAT here. Snap of the football from Schindler. And they faked it, and he didn't get in. Faked it, and he didn't get it in. Even on an opportunity. So the conversion ended up no good.
Nice tackle by Brandon Collier on that play.
Kind of staying alive there. Who would have thunk it? A guy who was 20 for 20, and then he fakes it and cuts it short.
Might have been a weather-induced thought there.
So 17 seconds remaining. Back for the possession, and after 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooniver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Zach Rusk of the 49-yard run, no good on the conversion. And with 17.8 seconds, Dunlap will kick off. Hunter Reed, he's another one of those long line of guys in the conference that do kicking with soccer and they do for football. It's an opportunity here for the Little Giants. Closing seconds here, trailing 6-0. Again, we've had that, I wouldn't say it's poor tackling, but we've had some missed chances for stopping a lot of these different situations.
The field conditions aren't going to help matters any either.
There we go. They kick. The man went down, and he automatically goes down.
Nothing you can do about that.
About the 14-yard line, so no return for the Little Giants. Unfortunately, that's just the way that the footing is going to be out there tonight. So Little Giants trailing 6-0. Probably get a play here to get into this tail end of the opening quarter. We'll have most of our scoring, all of that coming up on the halftime. It's brought to you by CJ's Hair and Nail Salon. Your full-service hair and nail salon, 647-4711. For your appointment, that'll be coming up on the halftime show for you. Hensler works from under center. A little flinch, looked like on the left side. My Little Giants could be Nathan Petty, I think.
That's who's playing left guard.
Yep, so 75. And that was going to be the substitution. One of those things are going to get Kelly Smith or Nathan Petty, who's in there. He and brother Garrett Petty, sophomores on the offensive line. So again, it'll take 5 yards off. 1st and 15 from the 10. And they pile it up.
Look like Nathan Lucas
10.
with the ball, Gary.
Yep, and he's been on some situations there.
Nope, that's Josh
That is Schwope.
Nathan was right behind him. It was hard to tell.
Yeah, because we've had Nathan's got the bigger numbers, but it's hard to see now with a lot of the different jerseys and mud. At the end of one quarter, 49-yard run by Zach Rusk, and Dunlap leads it 6-0 at the end of one quarter of the Mid-Illini in Week 9 when we return to Memorial Stadium on senior night in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Flip ends, and it's 2nd and 15 from our own 10-yard line. They work it from the hash mark to the near side. Little Giants go with a wing offset and a man in motion across the backfield here. Back to pass. Hensler flips it out here, and he's open. Did he make the catch to this near side? And he said the official slipped.
Brandon
Collier with the catch at about the 34-yard line.
We're going to give him 23 yards on that play.
He had the patience, kept the feet in, made the catch. Again, a great catch there from a throw by Bradley Hensler by the senior, and as we mentioned again, Brandon Collier.
To make a shoestring catch like that on the sidelines in this weather, that's a tough play.
And look at the official had a hard time standing up as he was trying to make the
that's
call.
probably the fastest he's moved since 1967.
From the 33 now, 1st and 10. Inside a handoff.
Stevie.
Yep, Stevie, a couple of yards. They work it off the right side.
I think you're going to give him a whole one,
Trying to get him unpiled.
It's 5 carries and 9 yards for Stevie.
So you got Ketchum, also Nathan Petty, Garrett Petty, Gage Miller, Nathan Miller, offensive line. Bradley Hensler back to the huddle. Just into the second quarter now. Little Giants 2nd and 9 from the 34. Folks have stayed around for this senior night activities here tonight. Inside and a handoff left side. I think that was Swope.
You are correct.
Off Swope, just a straight handoff in that wing position. And it went nowhere.
He might have lost a yard. Nope, they're going to put him in the line of scrimmage.
It's kind of like for them, if you're looking at Dunlap's defense, Bobby, and I think sometimes when they use that little wings who's offset a little bit, they kind of know it's either going to be a straight handoff or a counterplay to one of those, and they've really been reading our spying on that runner.
They've got like 9 guys in the box. They're daring you to beat him with the pass.
So 3rd and 9 now from the 34. Little Giants offense trying to gain some footing here. They roll out. Hensler flips a pass, and it's picked off at the 49. 49 runs it across the 40, down at about the 36. People go down.
It's a flag.
And again, you'll see who it is. Luke Benioff, I think is who it was there, Bobby. I think 12. I'm not positive. It looked like number 12 who picked it off, but again, another interception thrown by the Little Giants. We're into the second quarter here.
You cannot throw the ball off your back foot 25 yards down the field and expect good things to happen.
So it's another thrown one. Now it's 3 on the season for Hensler. And he'll get some block in the back against Dunlap. So a 10-yarder will be walked off. So a 10-21 to the second quarter now. Have to get a ball boy and a towel and everything. That'll be part of the activities here tonight.
Everybody's going to work out tonight.
Now here goes the 3-by-1 out of the gun and single back for Dunlap. That's the option read. Quarterback, good read there. Again by the Little Giants. Out of there, making a stop. That's Jacob Nesbitt. One arm and all. Made the key stop there. It was a good read. Spying that QB, and he held on to it. And he goes back a couple of yards. Again for the good sack there.
We're going to give him a loss of 5 on the play.
That's huge. You know, the interior by Nezzi.
He sniffed
At
that
linebacker. Yep. So Little Giants again will match up. That's Cleary to the receiver to the near side here. We'll see. See what they do here. 2nd and 14. Trying to float the ball down the field, and it's almost, he missed it. And the runner grabs it, catches it to the 5, and in the end zone, Isaac Guyton. Guyton made the catch. So again, he almost picked it off, and then when he did, he had the sideline to run down the field. And again, Guyton
50 yards
on a 50-yarder. Big pass play there. They had isolated man-to-man on this sideline, the boundary, the near side. And Dunlap connects. It's 12-0. Again, Hunter Reed will try for the PAT. Last time, faked it and tried to run it in. Snap of the football and the placement, and it looks like it's through the uprights. He's still perfect on the season. 21 for 21, and he knocks it through. And again, for the Little Giants, trailing in this one now, 13-0, with 9:30 left in the second quarter. Little Giant football will return on senior night in 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerville Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
So Ray Rickenall at 48 West Locust. Call Ray at 647-6180. Second interception leads to another touchdown. This time 50 yards to Guyton. And again, it went from their QB, Harlan Mitchell, and the PAT was added here at the 9:30 mark. And Dunlap now leads at 13-0. So Costley throws interception, one from 49 yards. An interception, that was the first touchdown for Dunlap in this week number 9 in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. So now it'll be at kickoff for the Eagles.
Cannot shoot yourself in the foot.
And we understand the footing is tough out there, but it's one of those things you just got to stay balanced, try the best you can out there.
Throw it out of bounds.
Yep.
You live for another play.
Kick to the far side. And that will be Hunter Reed. Little Giants have 2 men back at about the 10-yard line for the return for the Little Giants. Kicking it off, scoots right through the middle. Bobbled it for the 21 on the return. Got a little bit of a seam. He's still running and down to about the 35 on the return.
Yeah, that was Brandon Collier.
Collier on the return of about 12 yards. And the Little Giants, that again, will work it from the 35-yard line. So Bradley Hensler is senior for the Little Giants. It's a tough one, kind of the way that we kind of put things together last year. And we just haven't had a particular spark of any other kind of consistency. We had multiple people last year really step up. And we've had on occasion this season, Bobby, and it's not been a whole kind of a situation where everybody kind of brought together on the same kind of page this year.
Well, you said it best, on occasion. You have to be consistent with stuff like that. On occasion, it's not going to do you any favors.
So Little Giants.
And it's raining.
At the 9:22 mark, and rains have picked up again here, and there's a penalty marker blown.
Yeah, that should be a false start against us.
So a false start. When again, some of the rain coming down again here at Memorial Stadium. We had early rain showers right before the freshman game tonight. And then Dunlap beat the Canton freshmen 20-6. We'll let you know that the sophomores play tomorrow morning at 10. at Dunlap. Bradley Henson, Little Giants trailing this one 13-0. End up getting themselves a couple of times. They dug holes of first and long situations here. And he's had 3 interceptions. 2 of them have scored for Dunlap. So the 3 turnovers. Little Giants now from the 30-yard line. Under center, Hensler. And again, and going nowhere on the handoff.
That's been there.
So Stevie, and they pursued interior that time. Key stop there. Rusk, who's a junior. Also Mangieri, also linebacker for Dunlap, make the stop for the Eagles. And they pretty much stymied anything was going to happen on making anything positive out that run.
No, we were going the wrong direction.
Here's Bradley Hensler. Here at the 8:51 mark. Dunlap really has zeroed in on that middle, trying to get early penetration here. They got 7 people in the box this time. And back to pass, incomplete. It's intended for Cameron Lucas. And the thing with Bradley that time, he had his head down when he was trying to throw the ball down the field, Bob, and he was trying to elude one of the tacklers, and he just kind of threw it out there, and it was easily could have been picked off again.
You're on a dead sprint going away from the line of scrimmage, trying to throw the ball downfield off your back foot. It's not successful. It's not a smart thing to do.
Almost as quickly as the rains started to pelt down there, it almost stopped again. So 3rd down and 18 now. 8:35, Dunlap with the lead, 13-0. From our own 22-yard line, man in motion across the backfield. He sprints out, flips the pass here, and he didn't get it to him. It goes incomplete.
Well, our offensive line is doing us no favors either. You know, on Bradley's behalf, if he had time to do something with the football, we might have a better chance of success on offense.
You're playing 3 sophomores on that offensive line, and that's a tough one to kind of anchor you in this particular stage of the game in Week 9, to throw you in really against a very experienced Dunlap defense.
Oh, let me tell you, the inexperience is definitely showing in this game.
So 4th down, another chance for Little Giants for punting. So the 3 turnovers, and the Little Giants have punted a couple of times. 8:30 remaining before halftime, 13-0, Eagles with the lead. It'll be Cameron Lucas. Ball slipped out of his hands. Now he'll try to run it off the sideline. He's getting close to the sticks to the far side, but won't get enough. So Dunlap will have it inside the 35 on the return. So it again went right to the hands, and you can expect this kind of situation on times. So a bad miss there. Did not get the punt. Had to try to run. So Dunlap will have the possession. 1st and 10 from our 33-yard line. 8:21. They can really break it open here, Bob, with a 6-pointer here. And he enters a penalty marker to the near side.
That should be motion.
Yep.
No offense, but I got bird's eye view.
Absolutely you do. You would have thought that you might have been one of those Audubon Society guys when you were a kid, were you?
I might be starting tomorrow. You never know.
Getting some great experience here on a rainy night, on the senior night, to draw to a close a Week 9, and it's been a tough year for this Little Giant team who went second round of the playoffs a year ago. And again here from Memorial Stadium on this Friday night of action. Now we get the discussion, and if they actually accept it, and they probably will.
Well, it was a substitution foul.
Yeah. So the infraction against Dunlap will be walked off. So far in this game, and again, after the Little Giants intercepted early, they were forced to go 3 and out on the punts. Both teams traded those exchanges. Interception by Dunlap led to a drive and a pass 49-yard run by Zach Rusk. And then the Little Giants started the second quarter interception. And again, thrown by the Little Giants, picked off Guyton. Then would have a 50-yard pass. And again, the Little Giants again forced to go 3 and out. Missed the chance there, botched the punt. So now it'll be Dunlap football, of course, with the 1st and long after the measurement.
Well, they only gave him a 3-yard penalty. It's
Yep.
supposed to be 5. I mean, somebody's got some math problems out there, evidently. 1, 2, skip a few.
So from the 37, again, 1st down, inside and a handoff, and tried to hurdle a man and went down.
That is Rusk.
Yep, Rusk. You can almost tell his ability. He's one of the smaller players out there, 5'6". Easy to kind of pinpoint him when he's running with the football. Matt Sutton now, you see him out there as one of the personnel. He's one of the few people you can still see their numbers on the back out there.
Well, Guyton's still pretty clean,
Yep.
too.
7:43 clock runs here in the second quarter. Now they break huddle here, but 2nd and 11 from the 32. Be nice to get a stop here or a turnover. Get the football back here still with 7:20 remaining. Inside and a handoff. Goes to the 30-yard line with the carry.
That was Rusk.
Again, Rusk with the carry. Steady diet. They run either 3-by-1 or they go 2-by-2s with the receivers.
That was Sutter with the tackle.
Okay. Jeremy Sutteth. Off the field will be Kelly Smith. And also off the field will be Trey Harrison. Both those go off the field. So 3rd and 9 now from the 31. Back, pitch it there. Try to corral him, and good job there. Little Giants, good penetration. Got up about the, maybe a loss of a yard almost there, Bobby.
Yeah, they're going to give him
a yard. So a yard for Dunlap. Little Giants really collapsing down, not letting them get anything, and you almost look here for the 4th down. Never know what Dunlap may do with Brett Caslett as head football coach.
I'm sure in these conditions and relying on their defense, they're probably going to go for it.
So with the lead of 13-0, 6:15 remaining before half. We kept all the scoring for you. A couple of those, of course, being a run and a pass for Dunlap off of the turnovers. On this senior night, we'll recap all that for you coming up.
Take them turnovers back into 0-0 game.
Yeah.
Timeout.
So timeout for Dunlap. 5:58 before halftime. 13-0. Dunlap with the lead back in 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
In-game stats are brought to you by, here on WBYS, the Edward Jones, Dave May, your Canton Edward Jones financial advisor, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Scoring update for you. Metamore with a lead of 13-0 over East Peoria at the end of 1. Washington and Morton, a scoreless game after 1 quarter. Those are a couple of updates for you. Knoxville leads A-Town 21-0. Elmwood Brimfield 29, South Fulton 6. North Fulton 36, Havana 7. That's at half. Rushville Industry 40, that's 24. Farmington 14. And also an update, it is Notre Dame leading at halftime over Peoria High 21-12. Those are your Edward Jones, Dave May. Again, some of your scoreboard update. Edward Jones at 205 East Locust, member SIPC. Those are a couple of updates for you here. Again, Dunlap missed tackle there by Little Giants. Drives it to about the 30. And again, Little Giants will take over on that 4th down call.
Credit the secondary, Leon, covering all the open bodies.
Because they got loose. He got loose here and had a chance to run to the boundary here.
Mitchell had to tuck it in. Only got a yard in the process.
So 4th down and no conversion. So the Little Giants,
a big defensive stop,
will have a chance here to get the football back with 5:48 left before halftime. Yes, it is. Be nice to get together, gather ourselves here, do one with air free, no turnovers, and move the ball down the field here. See the Little Giants. Bradley Hensler under center. Go with a couple of receivers, one to this near side. Pitch to this near side. Turn the corner to the 35 and lunges to the 40. Stevie Bittner with the run to the near side. Over 1,000 yards, last year, 200, I believe, 275 last year. He's put together one fine senior season for Little Giants.
And he had a bit of a lull in the middle of the season, too. We had some pretty tough opponents, but, Stevie's done a great job at staying consistent and getting over that 1,000-yard mark.
And you had, a year ago with Quentin Reed to surpass that, and it had to go all the way back to about 2005 with Anthony Wilson, since we've had anybody in that kind of 1,000-yard category and rushing.
Yeah, I know Pete Sprecher had it in 03 also.
Yep. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 40. Again, driven down at about the 43 on a play for Little Giants.
There's Josh Wolf.
I'll tell you one thing. You see the Dunlap come flying in there, making the stop there. Almost a piling on activity there by the Eagles. Hensler gets the play from the near side. Coach Ryan Pearson in his second year here in Canton for the Little Giants. 2nd and 6 from the 44. We're coming up on 5 minutes before halftime. 13-0. Eagles on a couple Little Giant turnovers, so capitalized. Under center, Hensler on the pitch. They read it. Come in. Turnover. And Dunlap has the football inside the 25-yard line on the recovery. He turned to pitch it, and lo and behold, a Dunlap player was right in the backfield. And it threw it right off of him, so that's another turnover on the fumble for the Little Giants. Tell you one thing, this particular time, our offensive line's been non-existent in blocking anybody up front. And they're coming in the backfield as free as you want to be. So it's the Little Giants now turn the ball over. That's 4 in this game. 1st and 10 for the 25. Still running with the football. Dunlap at the 4:40 mark as we finish out second quarter activities here tonight on senior night. You get the number there, Bobby. It's hard to tell with that.
Oh, that was Mitchell. The size is what you have to go by. The numbers are covered.
Yeah. Hunter Mitchell. And there's a penalty marker still down there, right?
Yeah, we've only got 3 turnovers, Leon. Bradley's thrown 2 interceptions and a fumble. We've only got 3.
So 4 in the game, though. One other one by Dunlap.
By them, yeah.
Yep. So it's 2nd and 8 now from the 23. Pitch to the backfield here. Trying to turn the corner, and the Little Giants swarm him, knocking down at about the 25.
Cameron Lucas with the initial stop.
Yep. So a big stop there on the run there by Dunlap.
That's Mitchell again.
You can tell his size, don't you?
Yeah.
He's 5'10", junior. He and his twin, Harlan Mitchell.
He got some build to him.
Tell you one thing about it. They're going to be, you got Rusk will be coming back. You got both the Mitchells for them, and Jerry's only a sophomore. They got the makings of really a pretty good football team as well for the next couple of years. So 3rd and 9 now. 3:28 left here in the first half. Stumbles, back to pass. It's knocked down, and
they're going to say it was a pass.
Yep,
yeah.
Going to see the pass. It goes incomplete.
It was close.
But he had the arm forward.
It was close.
Yep, it was very close. And again, it goes incomplete on that.
The 1,000 officials in the stands have to realize it's a judgment call.
And he, as the official, gave the indication pretty quickly.
I thought it was a good call.
Yeah, I do too. So it'll be 4th down again for Dunlap. Last time they did not convert, and they're still in our territory. They have lived in our territory this half.
The field position battle has been lopsided.
So with the 4th down now from the Little Giants' 24-yard line, snap of the football, Mitchell floats it out here, and it was knocked down. Incomplete. Looks like the ball was tipped, and it goes incomplete. And again, incomplete on the 4th down. So Little Giants will have it again, just about the same part of this field again. We've not been able to get back to the 50 for quite a while, have we, Bobby?
We haven't seen Dunlap side of the field hardly at all.
No. So 1st and 10 now. Little Giants that again have had a fumble, 2 interceptions in this game. And they have scored on a couple of those in the action here tonight. 49-yard run by Rusk and a 50-yard pass to Guyton. That's been the scoring in this first half. 13-0, 3:19. Hensler from under center. Fakes it, rolls out, and he made the connection. I don't know how he was able to grab it and make the connection to this near side. That's against Swope. How he was able to get that, because you saw Hensler sliding as he was trying to throw the football in the same kind of scenario with Swope thrown behind him, and he was able to grab it and hang on for it. That's one of the finer plays we have seen with Josh Swope making the catch there. So second down and 8.
Only a 2-yard gain, but it was impressive.
Again, they run the belly play off the left side. And for the Little Giants, probably going to be Swope again.
It is.
Because you got Stevie to the near side here.
No gain.
Yep. So it's no gain with 2:30 left in our second quarter.
I'll tell you, offensively, we've been at 3rd and long every possession.
We've been either 1st and 15 or 3rd and long numerous times in this game.
And with the way our offensive line is blocking, it doesn't do us any favors to be 3rd and long having to pass the ball.
So 3rd and 8 from the 26. Not much traction out there. And off the left side this time. And again, you look out there, and again, Bob, and everything is going boundary to boundary. You know, we're not going the north-south down the hill. Got to get a better opportunity to block somebody up front there. But 2:03 now, and a timeout will continue here, taken by a 4th down situation taken by Dunlap. We'll take a break here. 2:03 remaining. It's Dunlap leading 13-0 back in 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooniver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Couple of quick updates for you here. Pekin leads 7-0 over Limestone. That's in the second. Metamora 20, East Peoria 14 in the second quarter. Washington 7, Morton 3. Those are some of their scoring updates brought to you by Edward Jones, Dave May at 205 East Locust, making sense of investing, member SIPC. We'll get some updates as time allows here before halftime. 2-minute mark. Again, Lucas's punt. Looked like it was partially blocked there, and it rolls. And again, he hit the kicker, and nobody blew a flag. Nothing was thrown out there. And he's still laying down at about the 25. Again, the ball was partially blocked. The kicker was hit, and the ball rolls. And again, it will be about the 47-yard line with the Little Giants. Again, we'll give it to the Dunlap Eagles. So again, Little Giants
They have had
forced to go 3 and out.
And Dunlap has had 4 straight possessions where they got the football on their first play in Little Giant territory.
So a gift there, some chances here. From the 47, 1st and 10 for Harlan Mitchell, the QB. Works out the gun, single back. Looks to pass. He flips the pass, and it's a grab, a catch by Cleary out there. And he's about to the 40-yard line. A grab there by Elijah Cleary. Here with a minute 39 on senior night here. We've had early rains, and then just after about the second quarter of this one, rains picked up again. Now we're back to kind of the cooler air on this Friday night. Now they break huddle at 2nd and 3 from the 40. Minute 15 before halftime. Out of the gun again. Back to pass and protection. And he slips through middle, and he's brought down. at about the 39-yard line. The keeper there by Harlan Mitchell. Good job by the Little Giants.
It was Jeremy Sudduth.
Yep, Sudduth has had, we've read his number tonight quite a few times as well. 52 seconds all remains before halftime. Still a 13-0 game, anybody's ball game heading into the halftime, and we'll be thinking about changes into the second half of this game. Inside to Reed, he stumbled, a running back.
That was
Kind of
Rusk.
slipped, and Rusk tried to make that little bit of cut with the 32 seconds remaining. He went down, getting a lot of spots there, Bob, on the far side of the field. Starting to see some water standing out there. And
That's chewed up, too.
Chewed up pretty good after the freshman game tonight. So with the fourth down,
They might let the clock run
they'll
out.
just let it run out. So the turnovers have plagued the Little Giants in this half. A couple of those, and again, were scores by Dunlap. And that's the end of the first half of football. We'll wait and see. I think that is going to be the conclusion of this or not. Well, a timeout was taken. Timeout was given. That was given by the officials for Dunlap in a timeout.
That was taken by them. That's their third and final of the first half.
Got into those scores there, Vic. I got 30 seconds here to give a couple of updates. A couple of other scores. Knoxville leads A-Town 28-0. Elmwood Brimfield's on the pedal tonight. They lead at halftime 63-6. Elmwood Brimfield's trying to go to 8-1. Also, North Fulton leads. That's at halftime over Havana 36-7. And Rushville Industry with the lead 24-14. And those were a couple of the other scores we had that was going on in and around our listening area. We'll update you on all the Mid-Line, all the other scores, so stick around for that coming up on the CJ's Hair and Nail Salon halftime show. So again,
yeah, they're going to go for it, which I figured they would. Only less than a second to go.
So 8/10 all remains here as Dunlap took the timeout. Out of the gun, they run three receivers to the far side. Inside and a handoff.
That's the Rusk.
That's the Rusk, and he's going to go down at the 25, and that's the way our first half comes to a close. Scored one in the opening quarter. They added the second, both coming by the turnover by the Little Giants. We'll have a halftime, all that for you coming up here from Memorial Stadium on this Friday night. Little Giants out in this action here, trail it 13-0. Up next is the halftime show brought to you by CJ's Hair and Nail Salon in Canton, your full-service hair and nail salon, 647-4711 for your appointment today. Back to Memorial Stadium on this senior night in 2 minutes.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Action here from Memorial Stadium on this senior night, and Little Giants trailing this one by a score of 13-0. And as we get to our halftime show, a couple of things here. Bobby, you look at this, these are some rather poor conditions to kind of have to deal with, and when you are kind of forced to kind of throw the football a little bit, you're going to put yourselves in these kind of binds. But again, it's been, lack of that up front. Things are always decided when you talk about the action of games, won or lost at the line of scrimmage. And again, no protection passing-wise, no schemes to either throw the football or run the football in this first half, especially in that second quarter. We had a major breakdown. They started loading the box up, 6-7 guys in that box, and they were coming strong and hard.
Oh, they are, and a game like this in conditions like it is, it's frustrating. You're trying to get footing, you're trying to make that cut when you see an opening or to get the angle on that tackle, and you just have to use your instincts and athleticism in a game like this. Our running game has been, sadly, unsuccessful. We have not done very well at running the football, and, if you want to point the finger, then, I'm not afraid to be the one to do it. Our offensive line is porous at best. I mean, you have got to sustain some kind of a block for, just a couple seconds to create the running lane for your running back to take. And in conditions like this, I know it's hard to do, but you have to try and figure out some kind of a leverage and a stance to get in to be able to do that, because we've had more running plays for negative yards than for positive.
And it's one of the things, give our defense credit. They had some chances starting inside the 45 down to about the 35. They've started inside those areas on numerous times in this first half, and to give up only the 2 scores, I still think that's pretty amazing that they've kept us in the game, and they've done that throughout the year. This defense has been able to do that, and they kind of, hopefully that the Little Giants offense somehow figures out their, up front and starts to put things together here. Keep us in the game, only down in this first half by a score of 13-0. We'll recap the scoring drive. We'll do that, tell you about the scoring and opportunities in this first half. All of it for you coming up. Vic's working on some scores. We'll get that for you coming up. Also on site tonight, Vic's video production on this senior night on Week 9 for Little Giants. And again, winding down the regular part of the schedule tonight in week number 9. Coming up, our halftime continues, brought to you by CJ's Hair and Nail Salon. You call 647-4711 for an appointment. And again, if you're home because of the weather tonight, missed out on senior night, thank you for an opportunity to bringing you Little Giant football for another season of 2015. Bob and I will step aside. More halftime when we continue. We'll run down to scoring. We'll get to our stats, scoring, all that for you coming up on Little Giant Halftime Show. Back after this 2-minute timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerville Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Let's run down our scoring drives, and those brought to you by Ray Rickenow of Canton, your country financial agent at 48 West Locust in Canton. Call Ray at 647-6180. Game began. Little Giants again actually stopping Dunlap. Interception there by Brandon Collier early in the game. Little Giants then will have the possession. They would go 3 and out and punch. One of several times they were forced to do that in the opening first half. On the exchange, Little Giants defense stepped up and forced Dunlap to go 3 and out with a punt. Then the Little Giants interception thrown, the first of a couple in that first half. That would lead to a Dunlap score, 49-yard run. That was the closing 17 seconds of this first quarter. Zach Rusk with a 49-yard run. And then the kicker tried to run it in on a conversion and stopped him at the goal line. So no good on the conversion, and Dunlap had a lead of 6-0. Little Giants would have the possession to start the second quarter. Then they would throw another interception, and again, that would lead to an Eagle touchdown at the 9:30 mark, and that went from their quarterback, Harlan Mitchell, to Guyton, and again, that was a completion. PAT was added, and Dunlap with a lead of 13-0. We had numerous exchanges. Little Giants had it 1, 2, 3 times in that second quarter. In between those 3 and out and punt was a fumble. And again, Dunlap was forced to, again, go 4th down. They finished incomplete. Little Giants would go 3 and out and punt. And then Dunlap would end the clock out at the end of the second quarter there. And Little Giants would, again, defense stepped up in that stretch there, Bob. So give Little Giants, again, kudos for the way that they have played, not only throughout the season, but, tonight kept us in the game here. It's still only a 13-0 lead.
Defense has played well.
Yeah.
We've made some fourth down stops and, have maintained, a tough Dunlap offense. The big play's gotten us once. And, it's fortunate because in a game of this nature, it can happen more often than not with a Dunlap team. And, I agree. If you want to look at a real big positive in the first half, it's the overall defense. I mean, yeah, they've given up 13 points, but they could have given a whole heck of a lot more.
Well, look at the stats. We'll have some scoring. We'll do that when we return. We'll take a 90-second break. Back on Senior Night Memorial Stadium on Week 9. The Little Giants trail at halftime, 13-0. We'll step aside back in 90 seconds. WBYS and Little Giant football.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
At the Memorial Stadium, time for, again, the area score updates are brought to you by Edward Jones, Dave May, your Canton Edward Jones financial advisor at 205 East Locust, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Updates give you across the board in the midline at halftime. Pekin with a 14-0 lead over Limestone. That's at half. Second quarter, it is Metamora 28, East Peoria 14. Also an update, Washington 7, Morton 3. That's at halftime now. Thanks, Vic. Giving an update, that's at a halftime. Again, a low-scoring game between two high-powered offenses there. Washington now leads 7-3. That's at halftime. Third quarter, Knoxville shutting out A-Town 35-0. Halftime, Elmwood Brimfield leads 63-6 over South Fulton. Halftime, North Fulton 36, Vanna Co-op 7. Also 3 minutes left in the third. A shootout going on. That's over on CD Country 107.9 FM. Rushville Industry 24, Farmington 22. Tight game there. And Bobby, what about the update, Lewistown West Prairie?
Yeah, we got Lewistown up 42-14, start of the fourth quarter.
All right, in the fourth quarter. We appreciate Shelley providing the update there. All right, appreciate that. Also at halftime, it's Notre Dame leading Peoria High for the Big 12 title, 21-12. And at halftime, Richwood's 35, Manual 8. Those are the updates. And again tonight, beginning of the action tonight, Dunlap beat the Canton freshmen by a score of 20-6. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Canton sophomores 5-3, 3-3 in the conference will be at Dunlap to wrap up the regular season for all classes for the Little Giants. That's your game scoring. And again, the score update brought to you by Edward Jones, Dave May, your Canton Edward Jones financial advisor. Bobby has the in-game stats are brought to you by Graham Health System. Follow this flu shot season. You can call 647-0201 to schedule your vaccination or Graham Medical Group in Canton. BW, first half look at the stats as we get you here on the senior night. Little Giants trailing in this one 13-0.
All right, Leon, for the Dunlap Eagles, rushing. Zach Rusk, 12 carries, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. Hunter Mitchell, 8 carries, 42 yards. Harlan Mitchell, 5 carries for a -1 yard. Rushing totals, 25 carries, 134 yards, 1 touchdown. Passing for the Eagles, Harlan Mitchell was 4 of 10 with 1 interception for a total of 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving for Dunlap, Matt Sutton, 1 catch, 5 yards. Elijah Cleary, 2 catches and 13 yards. Isaac Guyton, 1 catch, 50 yards for a touchdown. Receiving totals, 4 catches, 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Total offense in the first half for Dunlap, 134 yards rushing, 68 yards passing, total of 202 yards. Time of possession in the first half, 14 minutes and 5 seconds. For the Canton Little Giants, rushing, Stevie Bittner, 8 carries, 18 yards. Josh Swope, 5 carries, 7 yards. Cameron Lucas, 1 carry, 11 yards. Brandon Collier, 1 carry, 5 yards. Rushing totals, 15 carries for 41 yards, no touchdowns. Passing for the Little Giants, Bradley Hensler, 3 of 7 with 2 interceptions for a total of 48 yards and no touchdowns. Receiving for the Little Giants, Brandon Collier, 2 catches, 46 yards. And Josh Swope, 1 catch, 2 yards. Receiving totals, 3 catches, 48 yards, no touchdowns. Total offense in the first half for the Little Giants. Rushing, 41 yards. Passing, 48 yards. A total of 89 yards. Time of possession in the first half, 9 minutes, 55 seconds.
You know, you don't have to give too many stats to know those numbers. You're not even to 50-plus total rushing or in the passing department in this first half. Granted, it is a tough night field condition-wise, but again, you got to do better efficiency up front there. It's just got to be an improvement. You got to do a better job giving yourself a chance to run some offensive plays. And that is your in-game stats. Are brought to you by Graham Health System. The fall is the flu shot season. You can schedule a vaccination with the Graham Medical Group in Canton, 647-0201. Back with more of the halftime show as the band blasting here at the marching activities on senior night when we return second half football from Memorial Stadium in week 9. It's Dunlap leading by a score of 13-0. Back in 2 minutes.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Back here with the second half football. Bobby, a couple of things here. Anything kind of stick out more than when you take a look at this, kind of trying to get really out of a muddy track going. Again, it still has to happen up front. We just got to do a better job of and then let your opportunities unfold from that point.
Yeah, I'd love to sit here and say, well, Leon, I'd like to see us try and run the ball more, or, well, Leon, I'd like to see us try and throw the ball more, but it's going to be more like this. Well, Leon, until we learn how to block on the offensive line, we're going to have no success whatsoever and might not put no points on the board. So if you want to call somebody out, call it the offensive line, and the lack of blocking so far is the reason why we have no points.
Getting ready for our second half of football. Hope you can stay with us as we get you into the senior night, second half of football, and drawing to a close our coverage throughout this year. And big thanks to everybody involved, our sponsorship, everybody who's been loyal over the number of years. We appreciate allowing us to be a part of your 9 weeks this year. Sadly enough, we went an extra couple of years last year, but that is kind of the way that the ball rolls. And sometimes, we've got a lot of things that are happening on the lower level. I think the sophomores on a 3-game roll heading into tomorrow. They're having a great season. If they get a win, they could finish in third place in the conference at that level. And the freshmen, I think, have battled, and they've taken a couple of games lost here last couple of weeks. But again, we see some very good promise, a lot of underclass next couple of years with a lot of sophomores moving up and those kind of filling the gaps of a lot of our varsity players. So
future's bright as it always is.
Oh, looking forward to it. Getting ready for the kickoff for our second half of football for the Little Giants. Again, our halftime show is always brought to you by CJ's Hair and Nail Salon, your full-service hair and nail salon, 647-4711 for your appointment today. Don't forget, throughout the season, our broadcast sponsor includes River's Edge, located next door to the Label Shopper on East Chestnut and Canton. Your hunting, fishing, and archery headquarters, 435-7110. And I know tonight the Spoonriver Haunts is taking place in that location on Chestnut Street again tonight. I had a chance to broadcast out there the other night, and Bobby could have used somebody to hold my hand because it was a little scary. A little frightening out there at the
You're confusing me as somebody that wants to do it, things. It sure ain't going to be me.
I'm not one of those.
I'd rather push you into the zombie than
I can deal with a little bit of
you.
movies, but the haunted house kind of stuff, I don't do that very well.
My wife loves it, and me and Avery and Jordan kind of want nothing to do with it.
Jed Rhodes, Bill Ayers, all those guys out there, Matt Keats, all those guys did a fantastic job of that, and that's going on tonight and again tomorrow as well. From the 30-yard line of return, and gets about the 6-7 yards on the return for the Little Giants. As we get you into the second half of football, Little Giants.
That was Jeremy Sudduth with the return.
Sudduth with the return. It's 13-0 in favor of Dunlap. Welcome to the broadcast here in the second half. Bob Wagner, Leon Brewer with you. And Vic Kuzner has been working on some busy nights of scores. Exploding scores in the Prairie Land tonight, man. I'll tell you what, they're putting some points on the board. And a lot of struggles in scoring in the Middle Illini tonight, some teams there. So we'll keep you updated on a lot of those going on. Here at the Memorial Stadium, Little Giants struggling. They trail 13-0. First half possession belongs to Little Giants. Man in motion across the backfield. And they counter it. And again, not much there. Maybe, I don't know if we got back to that law. Maybe no gain there as you take a look at it.
Steve probably got one, if anything.
A little bit of an early lunge, and you're starting to see a lot of guys. Again, the mud, and that's starting to collect on a lot of the jerseys.
Yeah.
In regards to it. So now we go 2nd and 9. We're just underway, third quarter football tonight here on AM 1560 and 93.7 FM. Hensler at the QB position. He works from under center. Got a wing at left, puts in motion. They counter it. And he carries to this near side, trying to turn the corner at the 45. Still running down about the 49. And a big first down by the Little Giants to this near side.
Brandon Collier.
And Collier. When you need a money play, who do you go? Collier with the carry there by the Little Giants.
12-yard play by the senior and a first down for the Little Giants.
You know, a couple of weeks ago we saw the big carry by Josh Schroep opening up things there. Stevie Bittner had the big week last week, of course, 200-plus rushing yards. Again, Collier mixes it up. He's had a big catch early in the game and had a big run there. So it puts us best field position we've had since early in the game. Since the early interception there.
Every time I see Brandon at the grocery store when he's working, I give him a little Heisman pose for that catch he made in that touchdown earlier this year.
That was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
From the 50 now, 1st and 10, Little Giants trying to put together here. They run it off the left side.
That's Swope.
And again, Swope with the carry, into Dunlap territory.
Give him 3 on the play, Leon.
Starting to get a little bit better off that line of scrimmage this time.
Blocking's improved so far.
You're not seeing that penetration. Also in the lineup, Kate Stansel now in as a receiver and replaces Nathan Lucas, who comes off. 2nd and 7 from the 47. Little Giants will stagger the backfield. And from under center, it's Hensler. Two wings left side. Pitch to this near side. Stevie cuts it. Ball comes loose. He fell back on it inside the 40. Ball come loose, and he was Johnny on the spot diving for it. And again, loose ball, and it's recovered by the Little Giants. Stevie Bittner. He tears that mud from out of the mask there. A little bit frustrated that he coughed the ball up, but Little Giants will keep it.
When your arms are covered in mud, it's hard to hang on to it.
So a 9-yard gain by Stevie.
And a first down.
Ends up at a first down. So kindly rolled by the Little Giants, and we're able to hang on to the possession. Into this third quarter, trailing 13-0. Be nice to put some points on the board here. Start the second half. They'll stagger with the two tight ends, wing, and they hand it off to the left side. Try to move that pile to the left side.
That's Stevie again.
That's Stevie again. They'll fake it. And you can see with the it's trying to set up a play for Hensler on the boot. You can see him really, they'll fake it. They'll run it to this near side. A lot better. You're not seeing men in the backfield start of the second half, which is a good one if you're Stevie and Hensler.
Yeah, not at all so far.
So 2nd and 8, 9-13 from the 37 in Dunlap territory. Best position we've had since early in the game. They run it outside, and man dragging from behind.
There's where the footing.
With the shoulder pad.
That's where the footing gets you right there.
And you can tell he's just like spins. You can't turn. You can see him trying to turn the corner there. Was able to do that. Now trying to put his pads back together.
It is hard to stick your foot in the dirt and turn it upfield when you're stepping in mud.
So maybe a gain of about a yard. So it'll be 3rd down for Little Giants offense.
The only success you're going to have a play on the outside is try and seal off the edge and just turn the corner.
We're trying to maintain and to get some little stability with running the football here. 3rd and 8 from the 38. Now they boot it out. Flips it out here. You got a man catch here. That's Swope, and he's upended
that's a nice
with the grab.
tackle.
Open field tackle there. Or we'd had some big yardage here. And about a 6-yard gain out to about the 32 on the completion there by Josh Swope. You can tell that boot, they tried to set it up. You know, the couple of plays before that with the run, and that time they carried it out, and Bradley connected with Swope.
Now you got to credit the open field tackle, too. You know, a tackle like that prevents a first down.
To me, this is huge, getting and cutting into this lead here, down 13-0 on a 4th down and 3.
9th play of the drive.
From the Eagles' 32-yard line, trying to dig in offensively here. But a man in motion across the backfield. Hensler, they counter it, try to slip it through. Cut there and dives. It's going to be very close, but I think they were denied. He got the initial surge inside the 29. Again, Collier with the carry.
Well, it's
going to be very close.
That's a favorable spot.
Yep. We'll see here. The officials, they're going to put it right at about the 29, Bob. If it is, that should be a first down. Placement. We got a good spot there. Good. You can tell on that one, Bobby, that it was going to be a friendly spot. We're due one of those.
Yeah.
We've had about 15 of those not go our way this year.
Well, you got to credit Brandon Collier, too. You know, he got hit 2 or 3 times and still
made that extra lunge
to get that extra step to get that first down.
So the drive here by the Little Giants from the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Under center, put a man in motion. Hensler, they run it to this near side, and again stacked it up, and Dunlap, I mean, some head-on collision.
That should be a foul on Dunlap right there.
Should have been. It was kind of a late hit after the play was stopped. And again, they called hold on the Little Giants.
Ooh.
So that'll back it up. And again, Coach Pearson, little conversation in the near sideline here with the official. And again, they'll repeat the first down on the penalty against Little Giants on the hold. And it'll be at the 7:22 mark now, 3rd quarter football. That'll back them up here to about the 43. So 1st and long. 1st and 22. You need to get inside the 20 for a first down. So again, play action. They flip it out here. Had a man open and overthrew him. At about the 25 as it goes incomplete. Again, the Little Giants was intended for Collier, went high as he could and overthrew him. I think if you just get it up close to him, he has the great ability to kind of have that, catching ability to see it and zero on some of those passes. It goes incomplete now.
And he's got a pretty good catching radius, for his size. He's very athletic. He gets to the top of his jump to get the point of attack to get to the football. And, like I said, if it's a game of inches, a little bit, an inch lower, Leon, that's a completed pass on a first down.
Looking at these kind of situations, and I haven't called number 13's number all night tonight, Cameron Lucas.
Just on defense.
Yep. 2nd and 22 from the 43. They boot it out.
That's Stevie.
He turns, and he's going to be thrown down.
And you can't hesitate.
Yep. And there's the penalty marker.
That should be against Dunlap.
Yep. We'll see here.
They're holding somebody back. They might go against Little Giants.
Could be against Cameron. I don't know if that was a late contact. We'll see here. Play is stopped here at the 6:58 mark with the penalty marker down. We'll get that assessment here in this third quarter of football. Now they're talking to the Little Giants. So try to calm these guys down a little bit. Yep.
Ooh.
So it's against the Eagles.
Against Adam Shuck.
Shuck, number 44. So a penalty, and it aids us. Gets us a big chunk of that back now. So makes it manageable second down material here. Now it's Bradley Hensler. Gets the play from the near sideline from Coach Ryan Pearson. So at the 6:58 mark here, we catch a huge break. Second down and 8 now from inside the 30. Little Giants work it from the far hash mark. Lots of working room to this near side if you want to float the pass out to this near side. Be under center will be Hensler. Two-back formation with the wing and a tight end off that left side. Now here we go. Plays live again. It's 2nd and 8 for the Little Giants in the third quarter. Straight inside handoff, turn, spin, still trying to run an extra yard or so. Got to watch Dunlap. I mean, they make some contact with you after you're down. I seen a little kicking and some shoving and all the little extracurricular kind of stuff that goes on down there, and you got to keep your head.
Weekly middle line I love.
Kate Stansel back in as a receiver. Little Giants Nathan Lucas off. Bradley Hensler with the play. Back to the huddle.
This is play number 12 of the drive, Leon.
And we're chewing up some minutes of this third quarter here as well.
Which is good and bad.
Keep the ball out of their hands, right?
Yeah, but we need to get some points up.
Yep. So 3rd and 8 now from the 28. Little Giants at a pitch here. Tripped up here and tried to dive. Could not get his footing back. Got a couple of yards, but not much. I'll tell you what, Stevie, it's just been a tough night trying to get some traction to kind of turn the ball and head upfield. So, again, no gain on the part of the Little Giants.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th down again.
Stevie's last 4 carries is total 0 yards.
So you got Stansel. He'll be the receiver to this near side. I take a shot his way, man.
You're going to have to.
Yep. 4th down and 8 from the 28. Two-man backfield under center. Hensler fakes it. Here comes the pass out here, and it's a catch at the 10 by the Little Giants. I like that little post route. There you go. We called it, didn't we, Bobby?
Yep.
Kate Stansel had a man to this side. Nice little post route to the hash mark to the near side of the completion. The Little Giant 1st and goal at the 10.
That was a big play.
Huge pass play there.
18.
And, I mean, they were bearing down on Hensler as he was unloading the pass.
He's had somebody in his face mask virtually the whole night.
So the conversion by the Little Giants on that 4th down. That's a huge play there. So it's a 1st and goal at the 10. Little Giants trying to put the first points to the board. They trail 13-0. 5:19. Stansel to the near side. Under center, it's Hensler. They counter it off the left side, and a run there by Stevie. Gets it inside the 10, down about the 9. So 2nd and goal at the 9. 5-minute mark here coming up. Third quarter of football on this week 9. You know, it's a tough one because you know you're not going anywhere in the postseason this season.
Got a final for you, Leon. Lewis down 50. Who are they playing? The Scioto, you said?
Yeah, West Prairie.
West Prairie 14.
All right. So what'd you say, 50-14?
Yes.
That's a final tonight for Lewistown, and they wind down the season. They won the last 4 in a row. 2nd and goal from the 10. Back to pass. Look out, and it goes.
That's going to be pass interference.
Pass interference.
Has to be.
Yep. Stansel was the intended receiver, and again, it was near the goal line. I almost got an offensive thing here against Vic here. I was trying to find a way to see what the football was being thrown. 4:30 left here, and the penalty markers go flying near the goal line. Hensler's got the play. And talking with the captain for the Little Giants. Now we'll get the pass interference against the defense. And half the distance to the goal line. So it's a 5. So the Little Giants, huge break here. See if they can capitalize on it. We've turned the ball over a couple of times. They have been able to take advantage of it. Little Giants trying to do the same here. 2nd and goal now from the 5. Bobby's got the Eagles spotted there. Under center is Hensler. Wing and a setback. And again, it was run up the middle and couldn't tell. Looked like about a yard, maybe a 2. See where they unpile on the carry there by the Little Giants. That was a quick, straight handoff there.
That was Stevie for a yard.
So about a yard. 3rd down and goal from about the 4.
Play number 16.
So they gave him a couple of yards. So it'll be 3rd down and goal now at about the 3. So the Little Giants here trying to knock on the door for the first time of the night at the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. The key thing is you've kept the ball out of the hands of Dunlap. They've had any possession this quarter. Little Giants, and again, a man in motion across the backfield. They counter it. They slipped. Man goes down at the 5. That's probably going to be Collier. That's the play they normally they run for that wing inside. So it'll be 4th down and goal at the 5 for the Little Giants.
Play number 17 in the drive.
I'd run one of those tight end drags with Cameron right over the middle.
Or a slant with Gabe.
Yep. One of those two, right? The slanted worded last time, the post route. So 4th and goal at the 5 from under center. Boot it. And again, Hensler now throws it up for grabs, and it goes incomplete. So denied on a 4th and goal at the 5. You could see he hesitated on making the pass. He didn't want to, again, throw it into a traffic there.
Had a defender right in his face, too.
Yep. So no conversion on the 4th and goal at the 5. And Little Giants will give it to Dunlap. Deep in the Eagles' territory. 1st and 10 now at the 5. Run off nearly 9 minutes of the clock.
Yep.
And come away with no points. So 13-0. Dunlap, straight handoff the right side. Still running. Now they drill him and knock him down to about the 10.
That might have been Rutherford.
Yeah, I think he's got a white jersey out there. I think that is number 3 there, Bobby. We'll take a look at it as he gets up. I believe it is, because he's got the whitest jersey out there of anybody. So that's a new running back. He's a senior. Again, 2:38 left here. Little Giants, how many plays on that drive there, Bobby?
17.
Wow, 17 and come away with nothing. Little Giants again stop the inside run. No gain. So again, 3rd down. And again, here we go at the 2:18 mark here. Little Giants defense has played fantastic tonight. Kept us in the game here. We just can't get that big play offensively.
They need to stop him here.
Yep. Get another substitution.
Timeout by Canton, I do believe.
We couldn't get the personnel on the field.
Throw a flag.
Or somebody called a timeout.
We did.
Cody Myers took the timeout, defensive coordinator. Minute 57 left, 3rd quarter. 13-0 Dunlap with the lead. Canton the timeout as offensively Dunlap has the possession at the 10-yard line. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
And again, failed on the conversion on a 4th down call. And had to assist with a big penalty by Dunlap, too.
2 of them.
So 3rd and 5 from the 10 offensively. Dunlap trying to maneuver out of their deep in their own territory. Harlan Mitchell out of the gun. Inside a handoff, and he dives. That's going to be up to about the 15, 16-yard line with the carry as they unpile. And 6-yard gain there anyhow by Dunlap. So it'll be now minute 52 left in this third quarter. They move the chains on the far sideline, so a first down. From the 17, Harlan Mitchell. As we mentioned, he and twin brother Hunter both missed biggest part of the sophomore season last year. Come back as the QB and the running back. First and 10 from the 17. I didn't know the man in the back could move like that, Bobby. You see
lateral.
In regards to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in the backfield there like that. It was kind of unusual to see him kind of hop and kind of moved a little bit there.
That's Rutherford.
So again, in the lineup, Dane Rutherford. He's a senior. Minute 11 remains in this third quarter. If you're Dunlap, you're just trying to take care of the football here and hopefully the punt and let your defense kind of take hold.
Thanks for pitching the shutout right now.
2nd and 9 from the 18 with 57 seconds. There's a straight handoff to the right side and up across the 25-yard line.
That's Rutherford again.
Rutherford, he's starting to get a little bit of extra carries after he utilized pretty much Rusk, Hunter Mitchell on a number of occasions. And we have in the lineup Braden Thompson in out here. Braden is a junior. He's in the lineup for the Little Giants. 26 seconds now. 3rd and 3 from the 25. Dunlap's offense. Inside, stumbled a little bit. That dives. Gets a couple of yards.
Slip and fell and still gain yards.
Kind of slipped there a little bit. 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dominated by the Little Giants possession-wise. But again, Bobby, not a little bit better offensively, protecting the QB, allowing some running and offense, and just didn't get the done play calling wise of finding something that was going to work there. And we're denied at 4th and goal.
Got to get her in the end zone.
At the end of 3 quarters, still a close, tight game in the senior night. Dunlap with a 13-0 lead over the Little Giants as we head to the 4th quarter. Final minutes of week number 9 in the regular season for the Little Giants. Back in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooner Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Quarter football here at Memorial Stadium. And welcome back to our broadcast. Bob Wagner, Leon with you. Flip hands and Dunlap. 1st and 10 from the 27. Single back formation out of the gun. Strictly a lot of running plays. You're not seeing them going to be throwing the football. Dives across to the 31. We had earlier in the season, we had a hurdle of a play or over the top. That's exactly what happened there, but no whistle, no flag, nothing there. Up to about the 30-yard line. And again, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. Little Giants had their best opportunity to start this third quarter, but were denied on a 4th and goal at the 5. That's the only possessions. Canton and then Dunlap run a series of plays. They carried into the 4th quarter here, leading 13-0. And driven down, interior. Little Giants not bending, man. I'll tell you what, they're not giving in to any kind of run situation. Said, hey, you were going to run the football. And up to about the 32-yard line. That'll be 3rd down. And again, third down and about 5.
Yeah, 10th play of the drive.
So Little Giants here trying to maintain on that offensive line. You got Kelly Smith. You got also Trey Harrison. That's the players up the middle defensively. Bad snap here. The quarterback keeps it. He turns, and he is thrown down. Nice job. Nice job of the pursuit way out there the far side of the field. Looked like Kelly Smith, and I couldn't tell who else is out there. I think Brandon Collier. Who else? That guy comes to play every down, every game, doesn't he?
He does.
It's just amazing transition from what he was a couple of years ago as an underclass player.
And that's where I was going to get just trying to go. I think all the underclass kids need to watch his work ethic on and off the field and, try and live that as they move up in the ranks.
So Dunlap start this fourth quarter. Be forced to punt. And Hunter Reed. So a punting chance here to start this fourth quarter with 9:49 left. Reed and a short kick to this near side. Look out. It rolls inside the 40 and down just at the 35-yard line. So working opportunity field-wise for the Little Giants. Definitely their second possession of the half. Dominated the minutes of that third quarter. And you look back on that, and it's probably going to be the tilt of the game here, Bob. If you could have put some points, because the way that our defense has been shutting them down deep in their own territory.
The defense has given us opportunities to get back into this game, but our offense hasn't come through yet.
And we still have plenty of opportunity to remedy that. We still have a chance to turn it around, don't we?
Yes.
9:36 here, 1st and 10 from the 35. Again, the Little Giants will work Hensler from under center. Slot and a receiver to the far side of the field. Pitch it to the near side. Ball comes loose.
Guess what?
And again,
Dunlap's got it.
It looked like he pitched it and hit the leg. And that's going to be a fumble by the Little Giants on the toss pitch to this near side. That's our second fumble of the night.
Second lost fumble, our third total.
Yeah. Well, we had one back in the, back in the tail end of the second quarter. That was a fumble there. And we've had, 2 other interceptions. So we've had a total of, 4 on the ground tonight. And Dunlap has taken advantage of a couple of those now. 1st and 10 from the 32.
You can see a steady dive running the ball.
That pitch to this thing here, and it looked like he hit him just in the back of the leg. 9:30 remaining in this one. Snap of the football, and man went down, slipped. 35, lost about 3 yards. And if you can gather the number on that one, Bobby, it's
still Rutherford.
Rutherford again?
Yes.
They can just barely see a little bit of that number 3 part of that. You can see number 9 out there, Cole Douglas. I can see his jersey real well.
Yeah.
2nd and 12 now. Little Giants, and again, and this is one of those things, everything is as a team, but credit to this defense. Hanging tough in there, not giving up any kind of big plays here. They gave up a couple early, 49 and a 50-yard run and a pass. 2nd and 12, inside handoff in pursuit. Drop back down about the 39.
It's Jeremy Sudduth again.
And Sudduth, he's come to play tonight on this senior night. Several of the seniors defensively have played one whale of a game tonight. And the thing about this, because they're, Dunlap is so athletic, and the ability to chase them down in the open field has been a huge asset in this game. So 3rd down and long. And to go, Harlan Mitchell, the QB, from the 38. Coming up on 8 minutes left in this one. Stick around for the post-game show. It is brought to you throughout the season. Rolls out, flips the pass. They take a shot down the field. It goes incomplete.
And here comes
right to that far boundary out there.
Here comes the rain again.
And again, as the rains come down here at the 8-minute mark here. And Dunlap. And a 4th down coming up.
So they'll probably punt, just push it back in our own end, let our defense take control of the game like it has in the second half.
So a 4th down And it'll be, again, for them, Hunter Reed will punt just inside the 50. Stick around, the post-game show for you. It's coming up, brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. Home of the family pleaser, dine-in counter delivery at 647-1127. Your perfect post-game stop, 135 North 5th in Canton. 4th down, punt here. Like to see something bad happen here for Dunlap.
Well, I think Dunlap jumped.
Yep.
Sure looked like the left guard.
So it'll give us a little bit more working room for return chances here. We'll have all that for you coming up. Post-game scoreboard, Advanced Rehab Sports Medicine, big hit of the game. Brought to you by Fairview Quick Stop and the game-changing player performance. Brought to you by Brown Automotive in Peoria. 210-8094, located at 2247 Northeast Jefferson in Peoria. Part of the Little Giant post-game show for you. Hard to imagine. We always talk about, starting week 9. You get off to a couple of weeks to win, and then we'll have a 5-game losing streak, one last week, and finishing out the regular season tonight, Bobby. And it'd be great to have something to show on the board here. Getting the Little Giants, and again, defense offside.
On Cameron.
Yep. Tried to come in, make the key play here. And we're trading penalties, both the Dunlap offense, Canton defense. That remains, stops the clock with 7:56. Again, offside against the defense of the Little Giants. We've had just a few mistakes early in this game.
That's penalty number 4 for us.
Last week we had, 4 or 5 penalties. The week before we had 0. So we've kind of turned the corner in regards to that. So again now, and it makes them more manageable, for them to try to convert here. But again, it will be the kicker and the punt situation here. 4th down. He's back near midfield. Return man is about the 10. Again, a high punt here. Goes over the head and it goes into the end zone. So Little Giants will have it at the 20. So the touchback, and Little Giants will have their 3rd possession of this second half. We're into the 4th quarter. Dunlap with a 13-0 lead with 7:49 remaining. Vic, you got anything updates real quickly here while we have a chance? Got a couple of finals here in the Prairieland. Elmwood Brimfield 63, South Fulton 12. It was Rushville Industry 31-30 over Farmington. That's the final. In Lewistown, they win over West Prairie 50-14. That's the final. And Richwoods over Manual 56-8. 3rd quarter, Limestone Pekin 14-14. Metamora in the 3rd leads East Peoria 36-21. And Washington 13-3 in the 3rd over Morton. Good job there, Vic. Appreciate that, the update. Little rain now continues here at Memorial Stadium.
Going down a little harder now.
At the 7:32 mark, clock runs.
That was a loss of 1 by Stevie.
So Little Giants, that again, also in the lineup, I see Zach Sprecher. Congratulations on Zach. He was a recipient of the Sons of the American Revolution.
Seen that.
Again,
I think it was, him and Joy Sandman, I think?
Yep. So congratulations. 2nd and 11 from the 18. Back to pass. They have a man open out here, and again underthrew him.
They're going to call pass interference on that.
Yep.
He tripped him.
Yep. Trip to this near side here. The contact made.
And that's going to be the only reason he gets a call on it.
Sprecher was trying to get to this near boundary here. 2 men back on defense.
Ooh, no, they're calling sideline warning, I think.
Again for the stop of the clock here at 7:03. See what they're going to call.
Yes.
Yep. Against Dunlap, pass interference.
Side judge was signaling sideline warning.
Yeah.
Probably say for what?
Wow. So Little Giants, that again, ended up punting, and of course Little Giants now have it at the 30. Where are they going to put it? 33-yard line.
Yeah, it was a 15-yard penalty. That's where it should have went.
So 7 minutes left in the season for Little Giants. Trailing in this one 13-0. Again, it'll be Hensler under center, 1st and 10. Back to pass here. Got to protection. Finally flips the pass out here. And again, had a man draped all over his back. Draped all over his back, and it goes incomplete. Was intended for Cameron Lucas to this near side. One of the few times we have seen a ball thrown to Cameron Lucas in this game.
Well, with Cameron, credit the middle line for this, what Cameron did last year. And, he started out at quarterback when the year began, but when everybody's seen that move back to tight end, they all started keying on him and knowing where he is on the field at all times.
And one of the things, you look like the defense, man, they were draped all over his back there, riding him to the sideline here.
That could have been a 50-50 goal.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Sprecher, the receiver, to the near side. Wing and a tight end on the right side, set back. That is Hensler. Sprints out through the pass. It's a catch at the 45. It's going to be enough for a Little Giant first down on the completion. Hensler, a little roll out to the right side. And I believe that's Cameron Lucas.
That's
with
a
the
hard
catch.
one to tell.
I saw a little bit of the 1 and part of the 3. So it'll be first down to conversion at the 45 for Little Giants. Let's not go down without a fight. Down 13-0, 6:45 remaining. Hensler sprints back to the huddle. Little Giants have gone pretty much with the Petties at the guard in the center. Lucas Ketchum, one of the birthday guys in the lineup tonight, left tackle. Gage and Nathan Miller on the right side. Stonewalled at the 45, no gain.
I think that was Josh Swope.
Yep, Swope with the carry. I mean, they had a stone wall set up there. It was going nowhere for the Eagles. Canton will take a timeout. Little Giants take a timeout with 6:16 left. Coach Pearson walks to the field, and Little Giants will take a timeout. Trailing 13-0, 6:16 of the fourth. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Brought to you by Edward Jones, Dave May, your Canton Edward Jones financial advisor. 205 East Locust, making sense of investing, member SIPC. A couple of scores updated for you. The Notre Dame Peoria High game down to 1:50 remaining in regulation, tied 28-28. Also a couple of updates. Pekin now with the lead 21-14 in the second half. That's in the third quarter. They lead Limestone. Metamora leads 36-21, and Washington has opened up a 13-3 lead over Morton. Flips the pass and catch and into Dunlap territory. The reception to this near side for the Little Giants. And the catch to Cameron Lucas. Starting to, where's he been all night? Little Giants are starting to free him and getting him some open and out in space out here. Nice little run there. He led him perfectly. Bradley did, and found him open at the 45 at Dunlap. And another first down by the Little Giants in conversion. So starting to move the football, starting to get him a bit of a rhythm. 6:08 remaining, trailing 13-0. From the Dunlap 45-yard line. Inside they roll out again. Hensler flips the pass, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Boy, had a couple of guys fighting for it. Man went down pretty hard for Little Giants.
That might have been Cameron.
Fell on the shoulder pretty good. Trying to get him up. He flipped the helmet off. And we'll see out here inside the 40 where the Little Giants had a man down.
It looks like Cameron Lucas.
Yeah, it's probably the same route that he normally runs, that shallow route off to that far side of the field. Injury, player down at the 5:59 mark. We'll get the assessment on that. Little Giants trail late in this fourth quarter. 13-0. Back with that updates and more from Memorial Stadium in 1 minute.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton. Come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Under the 6-minute mark, and Cameron Lucas is the player down inside the 40 on a pass attempt. There was a collision. A couple of different, two or three different players defensively, Dunlap, and made the key stop there on the incompletion. Cameron up and walking. And on a night, he's had a couple of key grabs here late here, Bob, and celebrating his 17th birthday here tonight as well for the young man for Little Giants, all conference from a year ago.
A hell of a football player.
Yep. Opportunity, and you just got to get him more involved in the offense in those type of situations. You got to find, I know it's tough to create sometimes like that when you're getting different coverage like Dunlap has shown us tonight.
And they always like to say in a basketball game, you need to get the ball in this person's hands.
Yeah. It
comes true in football too. Cameron needs to see the football as many chances or touches he can get.
He got Nathan Lucas, and also we had Saul also go out there was Cade Stansel. So that's the receivers for Little Giants.
You got Sean Lucas out there too.
Yep. Now you see Sean Lucas, the senior, number 3, comes in the lineup. Somebody's going to go off. That will be Collier. They're going to take a little break here, but under the 6-minute mark here, probably his first blow of the night.
Of the year.
Or the year, yeah, right. So Little Giants, again, will be second down. And it comes from the 45. Back to pass, flips the pass out here, overthrew his man. Tell you what, he throws it inside, and he's got 6. I mean, that's how easy. He just gunned it, put a little bit too much zip on the football, and it goes incomplete.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Wow. So incompletion, it'll go third down in the fourth quarter at 5:54 left. Trailing 13-0. Kind of on and off rain here tonight. Hensler gets the play. He runs back to the huddle. From the 45, need to get to the 35. Third down is the call for Little Giants in Dunlap territory. Receiver to the near side, Sean Lucas. Stansel, the man to the far side of the field. Bakes the pitch, flips the pass. Now it's a catch, or did he maintain it? No, it's going to be incomplete. He had it and went in and out of his hands like Stevie Bittner.
That's who it was.
Had it momentarily. It would have still been short. He would probably got to about the 41. It goes incomplete.
4th and 10.
So Collier has an opportunity to come back on the field. Got him a little bit of break there. Tried to get some fresher legs, if that's possible this time of the game. 5:47 now. 4th down and 10. And Little Giants coach Pearson will take another timeout.
That's his last one.
5:47 left. It's 13-0. We got a couple of updates here. Again, that game into overtime. Notre Dame, Peoria High, 28-28 into overtime in the Big 12 title game. 13-0 with 5:47. We'll take a quick break. Back for the final stages of season 2015 in 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Coming back here post game, stick around for that. Brought to you by Monocle's Pizza. We'll have our big hit of the game, Fairview Quick Stop and game-changing player performance. Brown Automotive in Peoria. Our post-game scoreboard, Advanced Rehab, Sports Medicine. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, in-game sponsors, play-by-play, and everybody else involved. A big, big thank you, being so supportive as usual. 4th down and 10. They fake it. They try to inside handoff, and it goes to no avail. Dunlap sniffed it out, stopped it, and they'll take over at the 49-yard line. Little Giants failed to convert again. How many times, Bobby, were denied? That's the second time in this half.
Too many.
4th down. No conversion by Little Giants. And Dunlap football. We just could not tonight be consistent enough offensively because the defense has been outstanding tonight.
That has.
1st and 10 from the 49 offensively. Trying to get a man off the field. That's going to be a delay or illegal substitution.
Yeah.
One of the two is going to be illegal substitution, and that will back them up. Also out here, as we take a look at their lineup, Matt Sutton. He's going to come off the field. Trying to get to various people.
Now you got all kinds of clean jerseys in there now. I feel like I'm in hog heaven.
Well, thank goodness for the binoculars because they have saved the day in regards to that.
It has helped.
From the 47, 1st and 15. Reed and handoff gets
Rusk.
back to about the 49. That's Zach Rusk for the Eagles. Clock runs here at 5:30. How many timeouts? Did we take a couple of timeouts there, Bobby? We're out of timeouts, right?
Yeah, we used all 3.
So can't stop the clock here.
Nope. Dunlap still has their full increment.
Dunlap comes to the line of scrimmage, which is the 49, 2nd and 13 with 5:10 left here. What was the score of the update on the game there, Bobby? You had Royal still leading?
Yeah, 2-1 in the 7th last I saw.
So 2nd and 13 from the 49. They're going to, again, there's no play clock working tonight. Runs it, and again, he's decked at about the 48.
Has Rusk.
Stop there, Rusk. Knocked down by Little Giant defense with the key stop. So Little Giants, again, haven't broke on some occasions. You know, they gave away a score after both the interceptions and took advantage of those. Other than that, we've had, plenty of situations, just not giving them anything tonight. They've not been able to pass the football, and they're pretty much, it's a 50-50 thing with them. It's pretty much 1,000 both ways, rushing and passing for their offense. 4:10 remaining, 3rd and 9. Run to this near side, trying to turn it upfield and dives to about the 42.
Quarterback keeper.
Yep. That's a keeper for Dunlap. Coach Brett Caslett in his 7th season. Our first acquaintance, Bob and I, was a few years ago in the playoffs. Farmington made the trip, one of the many places we've been able to do, and some 15 years of covering high school football. And lo and behold, you get there and you look, and you got the wristbands. One of the first times, I think, other than maybe one of the state playoff appearances, that everybody in the offense had the the wristband out there, and they were going and they were taking their time and doing the read of that.
Yeah, that, and they had the cars that kind of lined the field, and all the headlights were pointing towards the field.
Old school kind of stuff, wasn't it?
Different setting,
wasn't it, though? Yeah. That was a unique situation there.
Timeout, Dunlap.
So a timeout with a 4th down coming up for the Eagles. 3:13 remaining. Eagles lead it 13-0. 4th quarter. Back after this 1-minute timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooner Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton. Come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Time period, it's Peoria High leading 36-28.
Yeah, they just scored and got the conversion, and now the Irish have the ball.
That's a Big 12 title tonight in the overtime. 3:13, stumbles, quarterback runs, left side, turns. He's got one man to beat. It's at the 20, the 10, and a 42-yard run from the quarterback position tonight from Harlan Mitchell. And that pretty much seals it for Dunlap. And again, a 42-yard run. Boy, he got away from the line of scrimmage, and he was gone at about the 25. So the QB, Harlan Mitchell, at the 3:02 mark, adds to the lead, 19-0. Tried to add the PAT. It'll be out of the hold here. We'll have a coaches roundtable, final edition for you tomorrow morning from Hy-Vee. Some of the assistants as well will be joining us. So PAT coming up. Placement is down, and the boot through the uprights. It is good, and there's a penalty thrown.
That'll be against us.
That's against us. PAT, and they'll add that on the kickoff. PAT was added. Dunlap 20. Little Giants nothing with 3:02 remaining. Back with the kickoff, and the penalty will be assessed on that when we return to Memorial Stadium in 30 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. Contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Peoria High wins 36-28 in overtime. So the Lions pick up the Big 12 title at Peoria Stadium tonight. That's the final 36-28. Other finals, we got some scores late in the game. 21 Pekin, Limestone 20. That's 6:30 left in the game. Metamora blowing away in that second half, lead 56-21 in the fourth. And Washington 20, Morton 9. That's also in the fourth quarter. So a big thanks, Vic, and all the other scores, Bobby. Good job tonight getting everything finalized and wrapped up here in this week number 9. Again, they will kick off. Again, the Little Giants. Again, the Little Giants will return, but after the assessment, they will kick off from our 45. Throughout the season, broadcast sponsors include River's Edge, located next to the Label Shopper on East Chestnut and Canton. Your hunting, fishing, and archery headquarters, 435-7110 at 435-7110. Part of our broadcast sponsorship throughout the season. What do you got? The Royals 3-1 lead the Blue Jays top of the 8th. Game 6 tonight from Kauffman Stadium.
Kick that ball out of bounds.
And out of bounds here at the 3:02 mark. Again, it'll be Little Giants 1st and 10. And we'll see if we get any Zach Sprecher's out there. We'll see who else is out there. Ian Stairwalt. Also for Little Giants, as we take a look. And they will re-kick. So 5-yard penalty on that. Still updates. Give all the scores for you. Sophomores play tomorrow morning at 10.
I never knew you could re-kick on this.
But we have seen it a couple of times there,
Well,
Bob.
I mean, if you decline it, the ball should be taken out of bounds.
Yeah, right.
If you accept it, the ball should be the 35-yard line. I've never seen a re-kick on a ball kick out of bounds.
Yeah, you got me here. I don't know the explanation on that because I don't think that there is. So now they will kick from the 50.
My goodness.
Hey, we continue here. We got still no clock has run in this part of the fourth quarter. He could end up being kicked off almost the normal spot here. Another penalty or two, right?
Yeah.
Little Giants have a couple of players inside the 10 for the return opportunity. They'll line it up again, and Hunter Reed will kick off this time from the 50-yard line. Kicks to this near side. From the 22, the return. There's a seam and driving, and up to about the 30-yard line. And a return there by the Little Giants. And to see, I believe that was returned by Jeremy Suddeth.
That is who it is.
For the Little Giants. So 3 minutes left in this one. And Dunlap have been held scoreless in the second half. And they just come up after the Little Giants were denied again on their second fourth down, no conversion in the second half on a keeper by the quarterback, Harlan Mitchell, a 42-yard run. And on the season for Mitchell rushing-wise, that is his 7th rushing touchdown. So 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Little Giants. Under center. Quick handoff up the middle. About a yard plus on the gain there by the Little Giants.
Stevie.
And Bittner. Rain started back up again. It's been kind of on and off in the second half.
Well, they have shut Stevie down in the second half.
Yeah.
He has carried the ball, you see, 9 times for 5 yards.
They got Cade Stansel. Look for him to improve as a receiver next year. He's a junior. He's made some pretty good strides. Second attempt from the 30. Pitch this back here, trying to get that seal outside. Turns it upfield. Gets it to about the 39-yard line, and the carry there by Little Giants.
Sad to say, it's probably one of the better running plays of the game.
Got it really sealed outside that time. It held our blocks. That's another thing I think that we saw last year. We were able to hold and maintain those blocks for a little bit extra time, allowing our backs and whoever else to get some extra yardage. And we just not have been able to do that consistently this year.
And I know it's not an easy task, but, you know, it's something you have to work at.
And it's kind of an offense. It's almost a must, though.
And, it's all going to start in the offseason with a lot of these guys, too.
Minute 40, clock running here. And time running out on Little Giants' 2015 season. Pitch to the backfield here and tripped up and then driven down. Nowhere to go. Stopped right at the 40.
Yeah, that was Steve.
On Pyle. Well, he got hung up there with the defenders.
He was in no
couldn't get away.
Land.
Also in the game for Little Giants, Chase Shago. He's a senior, number 5 on the field with a minute 16 remaining. Trying to get in as many of these seniors possible tonight. We mentioned really a big plus tonight for Little Giants. Trey Harrison, who's done an outstanding job. You had Jeremy Suddeth tonight, Collier. A lot of these seniors tonight have played outstanding defensive football tonight. So a 4th down with 50 seconds left in 2015. Pitch to the backfield there. Trying to turn the corner to the right side. Turns it, gets a first down. Across the 42 to the 43-yard line.
Nice job, Stevie.
Stevie Bittner still has that will. Has not given up in this game. Substitution. Zach Sprecher back on the field with 40 seconds remaining. Don't know exactly. I expect probably Kent McDowell will be with us tomorrow morning. Everybody else will be at the Softs tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Final 30 seconds in this one. Trying to turn the corner against the midfield. And another first down for Little Giants. Gets it to the 45, but we can't. Again, they'll put the measurement, move the sticks here, get it set up. Little Giants are out of timeouts with 21.6 seconds left here. First and 10 for the offense into Dunlap territory. Inside the pitch to this near side. Trying to get the inside, and it turns, runs it. Trying to get out of bounds. There you gotta go. Out of bounds. And again, out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
And a nice lace hit there, too.
Yeah, and no call. Official standing right by it and did not make the call. So it's again 10 seconds remaining at the 30-yard line. Unfortunately, we're starting to block at the tail end of the game here. Unfortunately, huh? First and 10 now for the 31. Probably the last play of 2015 here. Hensler pitches it. Tries to seal to the right side. Still trying to run. Not giving up. And again, down at about the 23. And that's the way this season comes to a close for the Little Giants. It was Dunlap leading at the end of the first half, 13-0. And pretty much we had our chances in the second half. 2 or 3 opportunities and then denied. And Dunlap comes away with the win, 20-0 to end senior night and the week 9 football 2015 comes to a close with a loss here tonight against Dunlap. Final in this one, Dunlap 20, Little Giants nothing. Get to our post-game show. It's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. Your post-game stop, 135 North 5th in Canton. Jimmy, always a good job there, buddy. Always, guys. Wrapping things up here on the post-game show. Back with you in 2 minutes.
Helping underwrite this event, Spooniver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By Remax Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Back here, of course, with M. Bixler Video Production. Mark down on the field. We appreciate him being a part of our broadcast to wrap up Week 9 football here tonight on this senior night. And again, Little Giants were denied a couple of different times offensively. Had the ball 4th and goal at the 5 and stopped a couple of different occasions on 4th down and a couple of different drives. Were denied. Little Giants defense played well enough, but again came up short tonight. Again, just cannot put anything to get on the scoreboard offensively here tonight. And the Little Giants lose it by a score of 20-0. Finish the season at 1-6 in the conference, 3-6. Kind of went from the top of the conference last year, Bobby. Finished second last year to bottom of the pack here tonight. And depending on whether Morton got a win or not tonight, they were looking the first time since, I believe, the 80s to be shut out within the conference. And it's been quite a few years since they were winless. But that is still pending. Those are a couple of things to be still wrapped up here as we get you to our Monticle's Pizza post-game show, your perfect post-game stop at 135 North 5th Avenue in Canton. Don't forget a lot of our sponsors throughout the season. It's River Edge, located next door to the Label Shopper on East Justin and Canton, your hunting, fishing, archery headquarters. Call 435-7110. We'll have a wrap-up to this one, post-game, as they move right along. We got some scores to get you updated. Anything of interest real quickly here before we do it, then we'll get our final wrap-up. Late in the game, Pekin leading Limestone 21-20. That's 6:30 left. Fourth quarter, still the outcome is the only thing different here. Metamora 62, East Peoria 21. 3 minutes left in the game. Washington 20, Morton 15. That's late in the game, trying to keep Morton winless on the season. So that is still to be determined. That'll be coming up as we make our way into our post-game show. Our final here tonight, it was Dunlap 20, Little Giants nothing. And in the freshman game tonight, Dunlap 20, Canton freshman 6. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, Canton sophomores. They're 5-3, 3-3 in the conference. Will be at Dunlap. We'll get to some scores. We'll get to our post-game. We'll have our scoring recap. Bob will have our stats. Vic's got some more scores. So we'll get to all that for you as we continue with our post-game show live here tonight from Memorial Stadium. Little Giants that again denied a win to end the season, finished only one conference win. That was last week at Morton. Next up, the post-game show is brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, the home of the family pleaser. Call 647-1127. Your perfect post-game stop at 135 North 5th in Canton. All of our crew back when we return here from Memorial Stadium in 90 seconds.
Helping underwrite this event, Monticle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Giant post-game show brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. Look back at the scoring recap. It was brought to you by Country Financial. Ray Rickenall, 48 West Locust in Canton. You can call Ray at 647-6180. Scoring in this one tonight after Little Giants had an early interception, 3 and out with a punt. Dunlap was forced by the Little Giant defense also to go 3 and out on the punts. Our first interception of the night thrown. The Eagles picked it off, and then Zach Rusk, 49-yard run, no good on the conversion, and Dunlap with an early lead, 6-0. Little Giants started the second quarter. Another turnover and interception thrown by the Little Giants, capitalized by a pass that went from their quarterback Harlan Mitchell to Guyton. That was a completion of 50 yards. PAT was added. It was 13-0. Little Giants that again would be forced to go again on a botched punt. Then Little Giants would fumble. Dunlap a half possession. Little Giants defense shut them down, went 4th and outs with no completion, and that's the way the halftime would end up. Dunlap leading by a score of 3-0. One of the key turning points, Bobby, and just a quick comment here during this stretch here, it was a conversion. Little Giants converted on a 4th and 8. Seemed like we were going to be setting ourselves up an opportunity. Again, first and goal at about the 10. Were denied, no conversion on a 4th and goal at the 5. That was a huge, again, after 17-play drive, was shut down by Dunlap. But again, that was a huge swing in the early part of the second half there.
It's the drive of a lifetime. You chew a bunch of time off the clock. You know, you virtually go 3/4 of the football field to get to that point, to get into the red zone, and to not get any points on it. You know, it's a tough thing to swallow. And you know, it's a nice momentum builder, but just that one single play that you don't get the first down on can really let the air out of your sails.
And defensively, again, we were pretty much shut down. And Dunlap would then be forced to go 3 and out on the punt. Canton ended up getting a score late in the game on a Harlan Mitchell 42-yard run. PAT was added, and that was the final tonight. Dunlap by a score of 20-0. That's our scoring recap brought to you by Country Financial. Ray Rickenall, your agent at 48 West Locust in Canton. Call Ray at 647-6180. We'll visit with the head coach. Final time for 2015 after this 1-minute timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, compassionate care when it's needed most. By Crawford's Home Furnishings in Canton, come see us. We can make your home beautiful. CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. Sedgwick Funeral Homes with locations in Canton, Farmington, and Bartonville. Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. By RE/MAX Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Are you looking to buy or sell? Contact Susie. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make Him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Back here on the Little Giant Postgame Show, visit with the head coach is brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse, North Main in Canton. And again, check out the Big Rack Steakhouse, 647-6000. Coach Pearson is with us. And, Ryan, when you take a look back at this game, and it's kind of a microcosm of a lot of our season in a nutshell, really. Missed opportunities left on the field out there. Some turnovers, fumbles, those type of things. Some bad. It was just not a good year to kind of get anything consistent going, has it?
No, and that's what was frustrating tonight is one missed assignment or one turnover, but it didn't seem like we could ever put anything together tonight, and but I thought our kids played extremely hard. It's any time that it's the last game, it's always probably the coach's hardest game of the year, because you see a bunch of kids that are seniors that left it all out on the field and did so many things for this program, and it's hard to see those kids go.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I will take about this. I still see Stevie Bittner at the end of the game fighting for some yardage. You have Jeremy Sudduth making a couple of defensive plays, Trey Harrison. I mean, you go down a long line there early in the game. Brandon Collier made some key plays and numerous kids, but I thought our seniors really played their hearts out tonight. I mean, that whole nucleus of kids that you really, you want to do well on a night like this, and you could tell that their desire was A+ tonight, trying to get the win here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not ever going to doubt our kids' effort. I thought that we played extremely hard tonight. Dunlap's they're a heck of a football team. They've got a lot of weapons. They've got a lot of good athletes, and you take away those two big plays that they had in the first half. It's a 0-0 ball game going into halftime, and second half really we held them in check outside of that one long run, and unfortunately that's kind of summed up our year. We play extremely well and just give up that big play, and but offensively certainly didn't do the defense any favors in the first half. We were giving them a short field to work on all the time, and I thought our defense really bailed us out quite a bit in that first half. So, a testament to those guys. I thought they played extremely hard.
It's just one of those things. It is tough to kind of see that your running backs are struggling because of not blocking up front early in the game, and then the field conditions hampered those kind of situations. It just seemed like we were just fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, and it was hard for our kids to get our footing out there, but at the same time it was you see kids out there playing catch right now. They don't want it to be over. That's the toughest thing about being a coach. Seeing that right there is these kids out there that don't want to come off the field. That's pretty touching right there.
What do you talk to your team after a game like this? Because it's the final time a lot of these guys. The biggest part of these guys will ever be on a football field, and you see a lot of the guys want to go into coaching, they want to go into teaching. I mean, they have a good nucleus of those kind of guys, but a great heart out of the part of these the nucleus of these seniors tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And that's I told them after the game. I said each and every one of those kids, I loved them and hated to see them go, and at the same time though. They really, I think, kind of set the tone for the next couple of years to come, because we did have a lot of young kids out there playing, and I took over the program. We had 22 wins in the last 10 years, and we've gotten 11 wins in the past 2. So I know the program's on the right track, and unfortunately we just couldn't get it going this year. But what the seniors did for us this year, it's really going to show through for those juniors and sophomores, in years to come.
And you got the sophomores to play tomorrow morning, all right, at 10 o'clock, so that's an opportunity. And they're finishing out. They won 3 straight, and they've turned the corner. You'll be able to add some of the sophomores back to that within that group from your varsity guys.
Yeah, we're going to let all those kids play. One last game as a sophomore, so all those sophomores that you saw out there tonight, they're going to go play one more time tomorrow morning in Dunlap, and I think the footing's going to be a little bit better on their turf field. So, hopefully they can go out with a big win, and sophomores would finish up 6-3, and that'd be a lock for third place in the conference. So, definitely some positive things to come.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple of different times, and it was a lot of shuffling this year, and that's tough to get that stability. And I mean, you try to get that foothold, and even more tonight with the conditions here, but we just didn't get that real stability that we saw last year. And once we got that stability, we caught fire last year in the wins, and we just could not get that this year, could we?
No, and that's the frustrating thing as a coach. You want so bad to see these senior kids win, and the amount of time that they put in and how hard that they've worked, and you want nothing more than to see them go out successful, and that was the most frustrating thing about tonight is we really wanted to send those seniors out on a win, and unfortunately it just didn't happen.
Big thanks to the parents throughout this year. A lot of the dinners turning out tonight for senior night on a bad weather night, and in regards to that, and they came out and cheered on, making a lot of noise here tonight, and trying to pull it out tonight. But again, a big thanks to all those that support the program as well.
Oh, absolutely. This community's great. The parents are great, and it's a community that is so supportive of athletics and football in general. So, I appreciate everything that everybody did this year for us, and all the moms. You guys are great, and
they go beyond the call, don't they?
Absolutely,
yeah.
And we've got great kids, and that's a testament to the parents because it starts at home.
Absolutely. Good luck tomorrow for the sophomores. So if they go out on a win there, and we'll look forward to rebuilding and getting back to the pieces. Trying another shot at the conference next year and get back to the playoffs next year. So it doesn't take long. You start working back again, don't you?
Oh, it starts tonight for me. So
absolutely,
kind of go back to the drawing board. Usually that first week, once the season gets done, you're in a lot of thought.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ryan, we appreciate it. Have a good off season and everything like that, and we'll be thinking about getting back to starting another season of Little Giant football real soon here. So we appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for everything, guys.
Thank you. Coach Ryan Pearson, brought to you on our post-game show by Big Rack Steakhouse on North Main in Canton. You can call 647-6000. We'll get to the stats, final scores. We'll wrap all of our post-game show brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. We do have all finals in the Mid-Illini. We'll do that after this 30-second timeout.
Helping underwrite this event, Monticle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. By the voice of Fulton County, AM 1560 WBYS and 93.7 FM. By the Little Giant Booster Club. Go Little Giants! By Spoonerver Home Health, bridging the gap in healthcare. By Wesley United Methodist Church in Canton, to know Christ and make him known. And by M. Bixler Video Productions, contact us if you'd like a DVD of any of the games or events we've taped.
Back here, let's get to our post-game, the scoring recap brought to you by Advanced Rehab Sports Medicine, 649-1572. They fix sports injuries, 649-1572 for a free injury screen. And here's how it stacks up here tonight. Finals, again, Washington will go undefeated. Again, that'll be their 7th unbeaten regular season. They've recorded now 11 unbeaten conference seasons, and Washington wins tonight 35-15. They finished 9-0, 7-0 conference champs. That's the 11th outright title for the Washington Panthers. They do it tonight 35-15. Tonight, Pekin comes back and wins in the second half. Pekin a winner 21-20. Again, as we take a look now, Pekin at 5-4, so they give themselves a shot to possibly get in 7A at 5-4. Pekin 21, Limestone 20. And for the Rockets, they will play the waiting game there. They will be 5-4. Also, a final tonight, Metamora 62 and East Peoria 21. And again, for Morton, they finished for the first time and since the 80s of winless on the season, in the regular season, and in the conference in the Mid-Illini. Again, Morton finishes at 0-7, 0-9, and they lose a tough one tonight to Washington 35-15 in our final here tonight. Dunlap 20, Canton nothing. Other finals tonight, Knoxville 41, A Town 6, Elmwood Brimfield 63-12. North Fulton to win 50-7 over Havana. In a squeaker at the end, Rushville hangs on to win 31-30 against Farmington. And oddly enough, May denied Farmington in to that playoff chance there. They're now 5-4. And again, Rushville now at 7-2. And a pretty good Rushville team wins 31-30. Lewistown goes out with 4 straight wins. Lewistown 50, West Prairie 14. Title game of the Big 12 tonight. Peoria winner, that is Peoria High. The Lions 36, Notre Dame 28 in overtime. Also, it was Stark County 47, Princeville nothing. That's the final. And they are undefeated in the regular season. And I believe Ryan Pearson's brother is on that team. The Stark County is undefeated. And Richwood 56 and Manual 8. And in the freshman game, Dunlap 20, Canton freshmen 6. Canton sophomores play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So that's a wrap-up to the Mid-Illini Conference season. Up next, it is a lot of our in-game stats brought to you by Graham Health System. Again, for the flu shot season, you can call 647-0201. To schedule your vaccination, contact the Graham Medical Group in Canton. BW for the final times as they drop some of the lights real quickly here at Memorial Stadium. And final numbers here from the statistics end of it.
For the Dunlap Eagles, rushing, Zach Rusk had 14 carries, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. Hunter Mitchell, 8 carries, 42 yards. Harlan Mitchell, 8 carries, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Dane Rutherford, 10 carries, 24 yards. Rushing totals, 40 carries, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns. Passing for the Eagles, Harlan Mitchell was 4 of 11 with 1 interception for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving, Matt Sutton had 1 catch for 5 yards. Elijah Cleary had 2 catches for 13 yards. Isaac Guyton, 1 catch, 50 yards and a touchdown. Receiving totals, 4 catches, 68 yards and 1 TD. Time of possession for the game, for Dunlap, 23 minutes, 59 seconds. Total offense, 211 yards rushing, 68 yards passing, a total of 279 yards. For the Canton Little Giants, rushing, Stevie Bittner, 24 carries, 82 yards. Josh Swope, 9 carries, 8 yards. Cameron Lucas, 1 carry, 11 yards. And Brandon Collier, 5 carries, 14 yards. Rushing totals, 38 carries, 115 yards, no touchdowns. Passing for the Little Giants, Bradley Hensler was 7 of 17 with 2 interceptions for 93 yards and no touchdowns. Receiving, Cade Stansel had 1 catch and 18 yards. Cameron Lucas, 2 catches for 21. Brandon Collier had 2 catches for 46. And Josh Swope, 2 catches, 8 yards. Receiving totals, 7 catches, 93 yards, no touchdowns. Time of possession for the Little Giants for the game, 24 minutes, 1 second. Total offense for the game, 115 yards rushing, 93 yards passing, total of 208 yards.
Somewhere down below in the darkness, Mark Bixler from M. Bixler Video Productions down below. They're still hanging on with us. And that'll be wrapping things up with here. Our post-game show throughout the season has been brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser, 647-1127. Your perfect post-game stop, 135 North 5th in Canton. For all of our listeners out there on your way home, we always thank you for tuning in, making it a kind of a tradition, listening to us coming up on the post-game, visit with the head coach, and get to all of our stats and all the scores updated for you to wrap up another football season here in Canton for the Little Giants for 2015. And Bobby, always big thanks. It's always a pleasure. We've done a lot of games, and it's always that sadder type of a thing to have to talk about. I don't know whether it's tougher losing in a playoff contest or not getting to the playoffs and losing in a Week 9 to kind of end your season. It's a tough one to kind of swallow. And I always think back in 2003, the way it ended at Chatham. It's never easy to kind of deal with the end of a season, no matter how the ending kind of unfolds. But we saw a lot of bright spots, a lot of positives that I think back to get to the playoffs next year is a work in progress, but it is there. It's a visible type of situation where you have a lot of underclassmen making some strides. They got to keep working, put in the time and the extra energy out there. And again, a salute to all the seniors for all the effort you put in on another great night here, despite not getting the win. To be so proud, the parents and the players who give up a lot of their time in order to sacrifice to be able to play, and that goes for everybody. That's where the marching band, the pom-pom, everybody involved in a lot of the fall sports here. We salute all those individuals that were honored here tonight, right before the game here tonight.
Absolutely, and the accolades that they all get are well deserved and earned. And I agree. When you lose, it's never going to leave a good taste in your mouth, and you don't want to end your season on a senior night loss. You don't want to end your season on a playoff loss. And I'm not going to lie, I'm still a bit of a sore loser, and it's a tough thing to swallow, and it'll take a few days to heal over that
No
loss.
doubt.
But I think there was a lot of life lessons that were learned this season. I thought players that weren't expected to step up and step in did. I think a lot of the kids who tried to lead somewhat last year at the junior ranks step it up this year as a senior, and I couldn't be more proud of what I saw from game 1 to game 9. You're always going to have bumps in the road, whether it's a win or a loss. But I think to see what the kids have done all around, as far as a person and a player, student athlete, is probably the best way to put it. To see how they've matured from week 1 until now, and it's been a true pleasure to get to know these kids and to talk to them from time to time. I don't get the pleasure like you to go to practices and stuff, but it's an absolute thrill for me to convey what they do on the field, and they bust their butts 24/7, 365, and for me to get a chance to explain what they do and why they're doing it, I couldn't be more than happy for what's going on this season. I appreciate it.
We're going to wrap things up tomorrow morning, a coaches roundtable, our final one from Hy-Vee. All the area coaches, some of the assistants will be joining us tomorrow morning. And a big thanks to everybody involved. Megan, our engineer, back in the studios. Survives another football season with Bob and I. It's not an easy one behind the scenes in regards to that. And we thank all of our listeners, wherever you may be tuned in. It's an opportunity now with the Internet. Again, some of our radio signal here as usual to be able to broadcast in all parts of our audience out there, whether it be across the country, around the world even. We've had different spots all over the world of people listening in on our Free Streams app and on our webcast streaming as well. Megan, our engineer, again, for all of our sponsors, everybody on board again this season. We appreciate that. We'll be carrying over a lot of these sponsors during our basketball edition. Will be coming up November 16th. We'll pick up the girls' county tournament. And again, for Vic Kuzner, does a brunt of the job of selling all the advertising, her and Steph, put everything in place to get our broadcast in place and ready to go. We have big thanks to her. And Bobby, as always, it's always a pleasure. Our friendship has grown and over the number of years, and it's a guy that I lean on and depend on each of our broadcasts, and hopefully that we do a job well enough for our listeners out there to come back and listen again the next time on the air with another football season as well. So,
amen. Yeah,
we'll look forward to that as well. Thanks for all of our sponsors. Monticle's Pizza, that is our post-game show for a final time. In 2015, Little Giants lose tonight at the hands of Dunlap by a score of 20-0. We'll see you tomorrow morning live from Hy-Vee. Everybody enjoy it. Friday nights, good night from Memorial Stadium for Senior Night 2015.
focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.